That's what I'm trying to do right now.
I'm
All right.
waiting on the YouTube channel myself, not
All
seeing it
right.
yet.
How many of us are waiting on the YouTube channel?
I have no idea.
There's 7 waiting.
It says 8
I,
concurrent viewers with 4 likes already, even though it hasn't done anything yet. That's not a bad thing.
It says live, but I cannot see the live broadcast yet.
There's always a
Yeah, it's always a little.
20-second delay.
Yeah. I always mute the live stream. Oh, it's starting for me now.
All right, good. Yeah, it just reset because it was going for 30 seconds and then it
ah,
did its thing.
yep,
Ah,
it's up. Melinda is coming up on Melinda's end too.
All right, so the next question is, do you hear yourselves? Meaning, do you just hear me or do you hear the background chatter?
Let me check.
I hear a bunch of people. Like this one, yeah. Yeah. Paul's on there. I hear Paul talking.
All right, well, I mean, if you're hearing everybody, then you're hearing everybody. That's what we
Yep.
want to
I
make
have
sure.
report because I have it muted because it's in front of me, and you all don't want to hear it.
No, we
But
don't.
I report from the other one that she's hearing everyone.
The other one.
The other one.
The
I
other
just muted
one.
the team speak and heard myself on the YouTube, so I know I'm coming through.
Yep, that's why I want to get the levels verified. The game might be a little too loud, and I'll alter that in a minute, but we'll get that far. So, thank you everybody for actually showing up. It's been a couple months. The world has drastically changed in those couple months. I honestly thought a couple weeks ago I'd be in California going to GDC, Game Developers Conference, and that did not happen. Literally, that all got canceled out within a week. Um, so, yeah, that was kind of interesting.
We're all indoor pets now.
We are all indoor pets. Um, the good news is we have not stopped developing at all. We were actually decided to stop the multiplayer tests to crunch to get things in a better shape for GDC. And then once GDC stopped, we went, okay, we've been killing ourselves trying to go to a non-existent conference. We'll slack off a little bit, and then, well, we're here now. So, yay. It is April 7th. And a lot has changed. Maybe not as much on the multiplayer, but still significant things have changed, and I really want to show off almost all of that. So the big thing today that is new is we have fleet control in multiplayer. And what that really means is we'll initially come on and you'll select the ship, one of the stock ones initially, then we can go custom. And then we'll come in with 5 ships each, and we go kill each other. And I'll go through the commands, stuff like that, to make it that all work. I hope to sometime in the stream show the updates that have been done in the research screen, the factory screen, the asset screen. I mean, things have gotten much, much different than they have been in the past. And the hope is in the next either 2 weeks or a month to have all the single player stuff active in the multiplayer end, which means we can start building cities and people can be admirals for Warmasters and things of that nature. I mean, this kind of stuff already works in the single player, but in the multiplayer not yet, but hopefully will be very, very soon. So, without further ado, I'll get a swig and then we'll start this thing up. Did everybody get an update from the latest and greatest from the server?
I did.
Anybody not? More accurately. Okay. Well, I will start up the server and see what actually happens. Now, I never actually changed. It still says pre-alpha. We're officially in alpha at this point. That's also one of the major changes. Let's put that on my to-do list. And the difference between alpha and pre-alpha, as far as I'm concerned, is pre-alpha is just a series of little mini tests here and there to see how well the game works and things of that nature. Whereas a full-blown alpha, the main game loop now exists, is by no means finished and is by no means has all the features, or even optimized for that matter. But what that really means is the main game loop is there. And so what I consider the main game loop in this case is being able to, start from scratch. All you have is a builder bot and you start building a city. The AIs are doing the same thing. And that was loud. And then you build up the your city. The AIs are building up their city. You start getting resources. You start researching, as does the AI. You start designing ships, as does the AI. You start building them, of course, as does the AI. And you start killing each other.
Buddy entered your channel.
So that's the idea there.
Hello.
Hello there.
Ogre.
It is an ogre. Let me select the scenario. Now, we're going to go kind of crazy with this. So I want everybody, if they can, to be on their own team. The server is up, by the way. Now, the multiplayer screen is going to get an overhaul as far as graphics go. This is just kind of a temporary situation. When you start seeing what's new in the asset screens and everything else, you'll see that, oh yeah, we've actually done a lot on the graphic end, on the other end. So while I'm thinking about it, I am going to come in with a heavy beam ship, because why not? I'll be Team Alpha, and I'll be Warmaster. So, no, missiles are not. Missiles have the same problem as new ships, meaning the system does not really handle new ships appearing in the multiplayer yet.
What is the Viper? Oh, is that the one? No. What is
Yeah, anything past cap ship is one of the old designs that you guys had, so don't do that. Just do, and don't do the missile ships. That's the other thing, because that won't work. Once the code's in that I can spawn in new ships once the game starts, then missiles will work. But right now, missiles will not. Ironically, having a new ship come in is a little more complicated.
All right. I was trying to play catch up. You said do not use missiles and do not use which one?
You probably don't have any of the custom ships that people have, so you won't have it. Okay. So they'll have Viper or whatever. So if you look in the list, I have down to cap ship. So
Auto C, rail, missile, auto C and M, cap and custom.
Yeah. So don't do custom.
Right.
So beam, H-beam, auto C, and rail are good, and so is cap ship, although that's probably not very fair. Missile ship and auto C missile ship don't use, and don't do custom.
Okay. I'm trying to remember what these were like. Auto C was the rapid fire, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Alpha, beta, gamma, epsilon, delta, zeta, that works. Okay. So I'll say I'm ready. So who's punching bag?
That was me. Remember, that was the joke. I'm trying to remember how to change it.
Fair enough, fair enough.
I can't.
You click right on the name and then you can erase.
Yep.
Ah, there we go.
Yep.
New joke.
Bait.
New live stream. New joke.
Alright, well you said bait, now you're Jordan again. Okay, that's fine.
I didn't change it.
Oh.
I put it to bait.
Yeah, I never turned off that you can't change other people's names yet.
But Jordan, here's the problem with what you just said.
Mm-hmm.
You're still the same joke that you always are.
Fair enough.
Hey, new year, new me.
Even Chinese New Year.
Should I even ask who poop is?
It's been a new year since I last played.
Alright, Paul. Keep in mind, this is going out globally, so...
We won't talk about the default names of the ships that they're still in the system.
That's true.
Very well then.
Alright.
Well, I've discovered the fact that I can fling the entire screen down and have it bounce up and down forever. That's funny.
Yes, that does work that way. Alright, we should be in. Now don't do anything yet. Just let me explain what's going on. And for those of you who have forgotten, the tilde key, which is below the escape key, lets you control your ship and move it around and such like that. And looks like the groupings look good. So we all have good groupings. The OBS is slowing me down more than I'd like it to, but it is what it is. So, you have 5 compatriots. Well, you and 4 others, I should say. I can easily change that number by simply changing it in the script. I could put Matt and I yesterday did 20, just for amusement value, which we might end up doing something silly like that. So, T, as usual, selects your closest target, but they should be about 7,000-ish away. Sometimes further, sometimes not. Now, to send a fleet command, you hit C as in cat, and then it says command scope. And so, while right now there are no other fleet commanders other than yourself, you can do fleet commander, and you can say who, and that's yourself, etc. Or you can do C11, which ends up being, you know, all ships that are on my side do this thing. So once you do C1, for example, you can do. I know what works is attack my target does work. Everything else, I don't really know if it works. So yeah. So pick your person that you don't like, and you can hit C11, and all your ships will start flying towards them. So do that now, please.
I'm sorry, Art. I forgot that you cannot hit escape in this game.
What did you need to escape for?
I was trying to cancel out the command overlay to see how to get out of it.
Yeah, no, you just hit C again.
Right. Well, I did the first stupid.
No, but you can come back in. That's the beauty part. Just come right back and rejoin.
Is it only people who've been in before and then not?
Yeah, only people who've been in before.
Connect. Okay, I'm back in. Okay, good.
Alright.
Now I'm trying to remember how to fly.
I don't remember how to target things.
T's for target, and you can see who owns the ship. Oh, that's probably a good point about the controls for like active thrusting and stuff like that. So you have the backspace, which will stop you. You have the 3 keys that are underneath the backspace, which is the left bracket, the right bracket, and then the backslash. Backslash is full power. And my ship is dead. Now, if your ship is dead, you can use the cursor, the semicolon and apostrophe key to go find one of your ships that isn't dead. Yeah, good luck in my case. And you can possess it by hitting P.
Good. Semicolon?
Yeah, semicolon or the apostrophe key, which is right next to it. See, in this case, I died, so all my ships got killed because people obviously ganged up on me. But now I'm respawned. I don't know why it came through twice, but it did.
So I'm finding
what
that.
possess it?
P.
I tell everyone it's sort of like knocked out just
If you kill all of their ships, even if they're just disabled, they get a message, and then all their ships respawn and go back to start point. To spawn point.
So I've got a ship that looks like it's still good and I see and nothing changes.
Is it yours?
I don't know.
It says on the ship owner. I purposely put code in so you can't possess someone else's ship anymore.
All the way, I got you to scroll all the way through.
Yeah, I need to have a quick hotkey to go to your closest good ship, which I don't have.
Gotcha.
Which is something that...
How did you switch ships again? I remember apostrophe, but what's after the apostrophe?
P to actually possess it. P is in possess.
What was the key? I didn't hear you.
P as in possess.
Okay.
If it's not yours, it won't let you do it. I only put that in this morning.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we were possessing Matt's ship and then killing him with his own ship.
So I'm finding that if I target something, if I hit T to target something, and then I hit C1, I lose that target. Does it automatically go to a new target after I tell my ships to go attack somebody?
Shouldn't see on C11. No, it should still be there. Who are you targeting?
Let's see here. I'm finding that I have to like mash the buttons to get the thing to come up. Okay, I'm targeting Matt right now.
Mm-hmm.
Or a ship owner owned by Matt. I hit C and it unlocks, I think.
What unlocks? That doesn't make any sense.
I don't see his targeting display on my top left-hand screen.
Okay, if you hit C, you should get a menu in the middle of your screen saying command whatever.
I get that the second time I hit it.
Okay, well you might be glitching, so you can try to exit the game and come back in and see if it helps it any better.
Actually, I think I'm seeing the same thing. The command is still working, but
Okay.
I have to see a second time. That probably falls under that persistent keyboard bug that we've been talking about.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, it comes back and it's normal, and then it's not, so we have to figure out what the hell's going on with that.
I think I have to hit T a couple times to get to a target as well.
I forgot to turn off the autosave in the damn server. I should do that when I get done with this.
Alright,
What you can do is, instead of mashing the key, you can hold down the key.
That works, yeah.
Adam, are you just like telling your ships to go off elsewhere, or what?
No.
Okay.
They did crash and come back in, so maybe that's why they're doing their own thing.
Okay, fair enough, fair enough.
I accidentally escaped out, trying to get away from one of the windows, forgetting that escape doesn't get out of windows.
No, escape, but then if that's the case, you just hit the the sandbox again, you're right back in.
Yeah, I couldn't remember if the sandbox or not, so I just hit quit and came back in.
Alright. Yeah, the good thing is it does allow auto rejoin at this point, meaning for people like Jordan.
Okay, I all of a sudden just reset my. Oh no! Now I'm disabled with the no engines, and I can't use the grave key. And I all of a sudden have all.
Well, you wouldn't be able to, Paul. If you're disabled, you can't move.
No,
That's what that means.
I seem to have reset as well, though. I have all weapons back. I was previously down to 1 heavy beam. Now I have all 3 again, and I.
That means that you probably, in the meantime, got your fleet blown out. It did a respawn on you because once all your fleet is dead, it respawns your entire fleet and puts you back to spawn.
Okay then.
And heals all your ships, obviously.
Yeah, I had that happen.
Right. It should actually tell you, but since you've been popping in and out of the game, it probably didn't.
What was my afterburner again?
Right mouse button.
Gotcha, okay, because I'm miles away.
I must be going after the actual Atom. Because I just can't hit him. He just, he's doing 1,000. This must be actually the player-controlled one.
I'm trying to chase a Matt.
Mm-hmm. So screw it. Let's get some easier.
What does semicolon and the apostrophe key do again? Is that how I cycle?
Yes, that's how you cycle. That'll cycle through everything that's out there, including your own stuff. I need to come up with a better way of quickly going through things. Targeting T still works pretty well, but I need something for you to quickly be able to jump to a different ship of your own. There we go, I'm finally actually killing something.
So do all of the AI commands work, or just attack?
I honestly don't know. I haven't tested the others.
How do I tell which ships are mine?
Well, once I fix the friend or foe, they'll always be blue, but that is
okay.
completely trashed. So right now, good luck with that. Generally, it will be blue, but other people sometimes show up as blue, and that's kind of one of the things I gotta change.
Okay.
It is a known issue. I'm not debating that. I'm getting the larger brush strokes fixed, and now there's becoming more and more of an issue. I'll probably put it higher on my priority to fix it.
I think another sort of issue is that once my fleet is left with me, I have no idea where they are.
That doesn't matter as much because your possession will jump to it anyway.
Right, but I'd like to know things like how many ships do I have left?
Fair enough. Usually you can scroll through it. The hope is that eventually the nav screen will show that a lot better than what it currently does. So you should actually technically be able to see this through the nav screen, but the commands in there don't quite work, so I'm going to try to change. Ow! Someone took out my engines. Fire, that's about it.
I destroy another mat.
As happens. I don't think I have anything left. I do, actually. On the jump ship. I see Ernest in my gun sights.
Yes, trying to escape.
Cool. There's a ship I locked of my own. I locked onto somehow.
Can you play your ships to kill your own ship?
Yes, you can. I wouldn't recommend it, but you can do it. Oh, I gotta turn off the autosave. It really spikes the system. I gotta fix it. It used to be pretty darn good. Now it's pretty laggy.
Is that what that slight lag is every so often?
On your end you shouldn't see it, but certainly you'll see it on the live stream.
Every so often I get a slight pause in the game.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if that's when someone respawns or
It
not.
shouldn't be?
Honestly, I haven't noticed any lagging at all.
Me neither, actually.
I get occasional spikes.
I'm noticing every once in a while the hexagon, the targeting reticules, like jump around and like reset color randomly.
That's the problem with the friend or foe system. I'm not gonna get this screwed up. I have not addressed that, and I need to. I so need to.
The targeting cycle, require multiple pressings or not registering, and the moment I hit C, once I have someone target locked, it's like I lose that lock or it switches to somebody else.
Now that's the weird thing because I'm not experiencing that. Who is anybody else experiencing that?
I have to push C twice in order to bring the menu back up.
Do you still have your target lock though on the same person?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I don't understand why he's having that thing. Okay, so all my guys got killed and I just got respawned there.
Okay, gotta say, I did not remember what most of the lines were, but having had it explained once, it was pretty quick. It was pretty fast to pick back up, like, oh, there goes me. The things like the the overshoot.
Yes.
And managing that. So.
Now, it's not so much smashing it twice as means that between when you pressed it and you released the key, it didn't detect it. It doesn't do keyboard caching, and that's what's causing the issue. Again, there's certain optimizations that obviously need to be done here. The keyboard handler is about holding down keys, not about you press the key.
I held the key down and it did not respond at all until I let go of the key.
When you let go of the key, it should acknowledge it.
Okay, I'll wait. I'll wait again.
Mind you, as a player, you shouldn't have to know that. So I had to put in a keyboard cache. So you probably already noticed that when you typed in something, that sometimes it skips keys if you type too quickly.
Yeah.
That is something. It's a known issue. I need to fix that. I probably have to do two different things. I have to do one for when you're actually just trying to hit a key, and one for like knowing that you're holding down a key, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So Adam just respawned himself? I guess he did.
I think I killed Adam as Adam killed me, so.
I think Matt, earlier is one of Matt's ships, and I kill each other simultaneously.
As one does.
I mean, we both flew directly at each other and just launched a stream of autocannon shots.
Alright, so here's a test. I'm going to hold the C key down for 1 second.
Yep.
Alright, no window pops up.
No, it won't. It won't until you release it.
I released it. I let go of the key. Nothing happened. Now I'm going to hit the C key again, and I instantly get the window.
Same here.
Fair enough. I'll have to look into that then.
I'm experiencing a little bit of oddness where, you know, normally you hit the tilde, your ship, knows locks.
Right.
I'm getting the freeze randomly. It seems to be when I'm in the middle of a battle with a bunch of ships. If I hit the tilde key twice, it'll give me back control.
Maybe it's a memory issue.
Does this
And
game
sleight of
allow? Does the game allow alt tabbing? Can I like briefly like check out and then like launch Bandicam and record what I'm seeing on my end?
Yeah.
All right then.
Because technically it's defaulting as a borderless window, so you shouldn't care.
Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
I do that all the time for debugging.
See, Ernest has a squadron of guys that are just sitting there doing their thing.
I have
Alright,
found
I'm
an
playing
Arthur.
myself now.
I wonder if it's actual Arthur. Oh, it looks like
Right, so
Yeah.
target locked onto Jordan. I hit C, and now I'm suddenly locked into another ship. I think it says bait 6 in parentheses is like the number in parentheses which ship it is.
Okay, bait 6 just means bait is the player name, 6
Yeah.
is his internal ID code.
Is
Because-
it a way of telling by the targeting display which ship of his I'm targeting?
Yeah, I mean, it's the one that glows white and spins. So you'll also see it on the side of your thing if you're not facing towards it.
Yeah, I only have one ship that I can see in my list.
Okay, you can possess it.
No, like, I mean, literally, like, you know, you have 5 ships.
Yeah.
When I cycle through all of them, I only see one ship that has my name on it.
Because there's
Well,
probably
the
only one
other
left
probably
alive.
should.
Yeah, that's what happens. If they're all dead, then
When they
they'll show up.
respawn.
Dead. And I'm just,
Okay.
it's not respawning me.
Alright, let's see if I can find Adam here. Matt, Adam. Adam, you have 2 ships. Well, you have a couple ships that are alive, but yeah, but those, you're right, they're both toast. Oh, it's probably not counting the goddamn. Alright, someone like be nice and kill Adam. It's probably not realizing. I'll do it from my server end. The cockpit hit probably still isn't recognizing it, so I'll try to manually kill you here.
It says my ship I'm possessing is dead, but I can still fire my gun. I just can't maneuver.
Yeah, I never fixed that particular one, so I'm gonna explode you remotely.
I'm finding that I'm able to cycle through targets after I hit C and bring up the commands window. That's supposed to happen.
Why not? Why couldn't you?
I'm just wondering. I thought like once that window comes up, maybe it would lock to that target.
No, why wouldn't you? I mean, if maybe you brought the C command and you want to see what your target is.
Sorry. Have you exploded my ship already?
I did explode your ship, but maybe it doesn't send the thing across. Now, I don't see anybody left. Does anybody see Adams? It might be only locally on the server that's happening.
Yeah,
Let me
exploding out.
look around for some atoms.
Yeah, just scroll through the things and see. If not, I'll do a full respawn on everyone.
Yeah,
I see 2 ships of atoms, but
Alright,
they
then-
both have a
Dead
skull.
Then it didn't go across the network. Alright, I'm gonna do a full respawn on everyone. Get ready. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. We're all alive!
I want to test form around me and see if
Nothing.
my ships all come to me.
Nothing has changed.
Yeah, I remain the same.
Now, global respawn does work. Maybe are you not connected?
I mean, I'm in the same position, but everybody is. But I don't see any ships with any damage anywhere. So it looks like, except for like one Ernest ship.
So everybody damaged or everybody's still damaged?
I'm
I'm
good.
fine now.
Yeah, it looks to me like everybody
yeah.
did respawn.
Okay, so who sees damaged ships? Other than, like, Mini Fire Dragon, because he's getting his butt kicked, it seems. I mean...
Oh, do we respawn in place? Because I didn't move.
Yes,
I
we
was
respawned.
Yeah, no, we respawned in place.
Oh, okay then. Yeah,
I'm used to the going back to spawn point.
Well, Adam was having problems, so I figured the way around it was to do a full respawn in place. Because that
Okay.
still works, so anybody's... Okay, that's fine. So everybody's okay then. Adam, do you have your ships back or no? Okay, well, then that's something. The only other answer is to... if people were still having problems, I would say actually exit the game and come back in, because it just loads you back to position. It won't do anything to your positions of your ships, of course. But, let's see... Yeah, the keyboard system needs an overhaul. I need to do something about that. That's not quite acceptable, I think. I've been meaning to do it anyway, because I wanted to update the configuration system. But it looks like I don't really need to do it. I was having problems with it in the nav screen. Whoa! I just ran into my own guy. And he shot... My own guy shot me. Because I was in the way.
Definition of friendly fire.
Yeah, pretty much. Now, I will say this. I am happy that we really haven't had, like, any major crash. Or anything else like that. We've been playing pretty solidly. I'm not saying people aren't getting glitches. That's going to happen with an alpha. But we haven't had anything critical.
Now, question.
Yeah. You know I'm asking for it.
Who blew me up?
Like just now?
Yeah. Okay. Just curious, because I used the defense in the and then all of a sudden I just got hosed by...
I don't think it's targeting you. I do have to check the AI hookups. There are a lot of holes in the things, meaning they're planned commands, but doesn't mean I wrote it.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure it wasn't my own ships, because it was rail. It was the rail part. The life ammunition. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just wanted to make sure that it was someone else.
No, that I recently blew up one of your ships.
Yeah. So I'm killing one of Matt's ships, but he already has a reactor problem. Oh, that is actually... Okay.
So, Arthur, I've noticed that periodic nose lock seems to happen with any of the keys. I got it while I was cycling through targets. Periodically it would freeze my ship movement. And then if I kept cycling through, it would bring it back. And also speeding up and slowing down.
So when you say nose lock, what do you mean nose lock?
It's like if I'm cycling through targets,
Mm-hmm.
it'll periodically give me the tilde key effect as well. On or off.
Alright, that's the keyboard glitch, as I hate to say it.
Okay.
Because what will happen is it will register two different actions even though it shouldn't. And I do not know why. And I really got to put the debug up and see what the living F is going on with it. Because this is very annoying. I mean, there have been times where I'll hit a key and all of a sudden the research screen will constantly pop up. It's like, I didn't hit the research screen key. Why is it doing that? Stuff like that.
It definitely seems to be happening more often
in multiplayer, certainly.
This multiplayer, since we have so many other ships. Maybe something about... well, hell, I don't even know. But certainly having more ships flying around here seems to be upping the incident rate somehow.
Yep, I had to, like I said, we have to do that Mongol thing, because I know there's definitely a memory leak going on, and that's what's going on. I just guarantee you that. Finish off this Polish ship here. There we go. Okay. Next closest guy is an Adam, evidently. It's weird that the closest ship is like 18k away.
I want to seek and destroy. Let's see, who can I find?
So, what do people think, other than some of the obvious glitching, people think of the fleet command and stuff like that?
I think that without any kind of counter on your fleet, it just becomes very difficult to actually know if they're doing anything or if they're alive.
Alright, well then that's something to add. Maybe it makes sense for your self-damage monitor to say how many people are in your squadron.
Yeah, because I don't know, on the same boat as Jordan, I don't know what I have left.
I also want a quick hotkey to add in to say, hey, this is a guy you can jump to, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I've just been trying to set them on fire at will, honestly, because I can't keep directing them. I'm too busy doing my own thing.
I'm having no idea where my ships even are, because I cannot tell like who I'm targeting and who's going where, because I still cannot bring up the command list and give an order without losing who I was locked onto.
That's the weirdest thing, because does anybody else have that problem?
Maybe that if the keyboard glitch is a memory leak, maybe he's just getting a different command.
Right. Paul, exit the game completely, and then come back in. You won't lose anything. You know how this goes. And then see if that problem goes away. If that's what the case is, it's the damn keyboard glitch still. And so we'll have to fix that, obviously.
Alright.
Make that a priority to finally do something about it.
Reloading now.
I'm not always
Oh my guys, I just died horribly.
Okay, now it works fine.
Yeah, but there was a point where I literally flew right past Arthur and at no point had a lead indicator.
That's very possible because you're going too fast. That is how that works, actually. Because that means by the time your shots got there, you would never have been able to hit it. That's one of the things that Ogre had requested that I didn't put in yet, was if the lead indicator is behind you, to show you that it's behind you. There's sometimes you have to actually fire backwards to hit your target because you're going so fast between each other. Seriously.
Fair enough.
Because physics are real.
Yeah, because physics are very real in this, and that does work that way.
Since getting back in, I am now able to lock on to a target and give a command to my fleet and have it stay on the same person.
Then it was the damn keyboard glitch, and I apologize for that. I will try to make that a priority to fix.
It's good to find it.
At least I know what it is, and at least we know what it is. Even though it's not fixed, it's workaroundable, obviously, but that's not an answer. It's an answer for now. Not that we have any choice. That's basically what it comes down to. Another thing I wanted to add in but didn't. Kind of an intercept.
Gotcha, Paul.
Of your target.
No, you've
That'd be useful.
broken armor, but that's it.
So when they're far away, you know where to aim your ship, so you can actually get into like weapons range on them.
I just keep guessing that stuff, and having an actual indicator would be nice.
Yeah, no, that's what I mean. It should be real. It shouldn't be. Yeah, that's a creature comfort that definitely needs to be added in. Alright, so definitely have a list. One, have a listing of how many are still alive in your squadron, which makes sense. Have a hotkey for where, that's gotta be actual live Jordan, because he actually shot at me. Actually have live, a hotkey to go to your closest ship, and then also kind of lead indicators saying, hey, if you go this way, this is how you can intercept that ship. Whoever's shooting at me is killing their own ship. I love it. They got me, though.
That would be my little minions, I believe. I'm not sure.
Yeah, no, you're not wrong.
I can't tell.
I guess Jordan got respawned?
Yeah, just respawn.
Yeah, that's what happens. Alright, so my guy's dead. Meaning the guy was piloting. He blew up my reactor. Actually blew up my engines, excuse me.
All my guys were following one ship and then it stopped moving and that was it. So yes.
Alright, I'm dropping forward. Let's see who this guy's in front of me. There's a Paul who looks like... Oh, he got me. Before I just came in into that. I don't know if I have any more guys. I do. Alright. I'll teleport to him. No. You know what would be cool I should add in is that when you teleport whatever the AI was still targeting, that when you pop in, you're still targeting.
That would be helpful.
So you can see what he was going after, because obviously he was trying to maneuver to do it. So that makes sense. That's another little creature comfort. Again, that's why we do these kind of tests, to see what kind of works. Alright, that Adam is definitely the Adam because he's afterburnering. The AI does not know how to afterburner.
Yeah, I realized that after you get away from all your ships, they're not here with you anymore.
Yep.
Good reason not to use afterburner.
Well, half and half if you gotta catch your ship. That's exactly what you gotta do. So who's this guy right here? Wow. Adam. That's within range here.
Well, that's an Arthur ship with no weapons left.
That's gotta be the Adam. So that's the real Adam. Will the real Adam please stand up? Maybe I should have an indicator whether it's an actual player in AI or
Yeah,
something like
because
that.
I'll be honest, I'd rather be fighting like you guys than shooting at your random ships.
I kind of like that you don't actually know. You kind of have to just guess.
Well, I mean, that's kind of the point. In the real battle, they're supposed to be all not
Well, in
that
a real
way
battle,
anyway.
we're supposed to be all equal, whereas now it kind of feels like I'm just picking on children because they're just AI.
Well, you're not quite
You're
wrong
not
there.
smart to fight back when being shot at. They just kind of ignore you. To do
Right, exactly.
follow
So
AI.
there's
Yeah.
no real satisfaction in it.
Maybe make it where you can cycle it on and off.
Possibly, yeah. I'm not saying the AI doesn't need improvement. They need to realize if they're getting shot at that they should probably, like, dodge or something. So he died. So anybody who's close is, well, someone's barreling down on me.
Does the fire at will command work?
That's pretty much what it is after it destroys the target anyway. Like I said, I don't honestly know. I have the commands hooked up, but I don't know if the actual AI substructures are actually there. So the infrastructure's there, but I don't know if anything underneath is really there.
Fire at will is supposed to be like, find whoever's nearest to you and try to kill him.
Destruction.
Yeah, they just fire at whoever, and they would I must have died. They default.
They shoot something out.
Yep. That's the end of that because my guys got respawned.
I see the cluster of Arthur. Now, which one is actually an Arthur?
I see you targeting me, or one of your guys targeting me. Well, you didn't last very long. Or at least one of your guys didn't.
Oop.
I don't know. We've been going at this for about 40 minutes or so. I think that that shows a lot of promise. I'm not saying there's not a lot of upgrades that need to be done, but that's true of any game development.
Yeah.
Again,
I mean,
this is still alpha, but I mean, this is stable though. It's got glitches, but it's stable.
Just on the testing front, part of the reason I mentioned the, indicator of your fleet is just because I have no idea how well my fleet is doing. I am not micromanaging them even a little bit.
Oh no, they do it. And if you want, we can do a complete reset, and we can actually experiment with that to prove that out.
Then I'll basically like, where are they? Oh yeah, they're like clicks behind me.
Or also just like, go kill that guy, but that's also the guy I'm trying to kill. So then I kill him. The target dies by me.
Well then, once they just detect the target is outright destroyed, they will select the target.
Okay.
Problem is, Adam is correct. They should switch targets when the target's disabled rather than when they put the actual blow up. In game context, that should be true too, because you want salvage, which means you don't want to necessarily do complete destruction of the
I've been trying to do complete destruction just because we mentioned earlier having the glitch. This guy is dodgy. I bet it might actually be art.
Oh, okay, that's... Yeah, you got my engines, though. That's the enemy.
The only reason I've been trying to do this is we had that one problem where the game was considering that Adam was actually dead because he had only partial destroyed.
That's been mostly fixed, I think. Who's these guys? So Matt must have just respawned because he's got this guy's clustered together, and they're asking to be killed, evidently.
It would be useful if cycling through your enemy targets and your own ships, your own fleet, were separate, like, cycling buttons.
I would agree.
Ernest and I just fucking French kissed and blew each other up.
As one does.
That's
gotta be Matt.
Thing is people seem to be able to continue firing a lot after it says pilot dead.
Yeah, that's one of the big glitches in the game, where it's sort of like cockpit dead. Why are they still able to maneuver and kill each other? That should not happen. That's one of the other glitches that I'm well aware of. It's priorities, like anything else. You're not wrong. You're not wrong at all.
Corpse slumped over fire button.
Literal dead man switch.
Make that a future achievement.
Yeah.
If the pilot dies, but like a missile that was en route then kills somebody, achievement corpse slumped over fire button.
Oh, that's an icon I can make.
I like funny achievables.
Fair enough. You're right, the AI is nice enough to fly in a straight line after I'm shooting it, which is obviously not how that should be.
I still have to double tap C to get that prompt window up. I'm not losing the target like I was previously.
Maybe it's a glitch. I'll have to look into it. I mean, you're right. When I'm just turning it on and off, it works correctly, but maybe it's something, another setting in the system.
I think this is actually Ernest.
What's interesting is, because of the ship design, I actually have to wait for my weapons to repower up, or else it doesn't do that much damage.
I just disabled one of Arthur's ships and disabled me. I keep forgetting there's other ships, possibly, unless I'm out. No, there's one.
Yeah, you can still order your guys, you know.
So
I just possessed another one.
Like in the rail ship.
It's good when I can actually hit something. Yeah, it's interesting.
Well, but that's the point now. Technically, I think we've proven that fleets work. If you want, we can come in with custom ships. That would be fleets. That should still work, if that makes sense.
So we're testing right now.
Do people want to try that?
Sure.
I'm down with that.
Okay. I mean, I think we can say that this was a successful test of fleet maneuvers as much as what's there. Yes, no, burp?
Yep.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. I mean, we've been going for, what? A good almost an hour now.
My guns have stopped firing.
Alright, so it says it's recorded 49 minutes, so.
The ship you're using, Jordan, can run out of bullets.
Yes.
Oh.
So if you look on the right,
Really, I need a new ship.
yes, so if you look on the right, where it has the green arcs, if you will, there's another blue arc in it.
Not anymore.
Well, yes. But basically, as you fire, that blue arc goes down, and once it reaches 0, you're out, and it should turn red. Saying that you're out of ammo.
Gotcha.
So, yeah. Alright, so
No,
the server's going to quit, and that will probably knock everybody out. And if it doesn't, you might as well quit out anyway. So, server quit.
I'll see if it knocks me out.
Kicked me out.
I'm gonna get more coffee and I'll be right back.
Alright, I'm gonna bring this...
Silently in space.
Interestingly, I have not... Oh, there we go.
It just crashed. It just closed.
Yeah. There should be a cleaner way out than what's currently there, but yeah.
I'm not actually out, it's just it's in the process of kicking me.
Well, you must go all the way out and come all the way back in. Now, we can do custom ships, which is not a bad thing. The interface has been updated. By no means has it been completed in the sense of where I want it to be. Adam's recommendation for having thickness of armor has not been implemented. We were worried more about getting single-player stuff up and running, which is why we're in alpha versus not. So that's an important thing.
Server up?
No,
It is now.
I do have to point out that custom ships definitely have no objection to, but we may want to play everybody in a cap ship fleet before we finish today.
Oh god.
Because that was fun.
We can do that now.
Well, yeah, let's try that.
That is going to make
I
the
mean,
system
it was
suck.
basically chaos, but it was glorious chaos.
The funny thing is, the cap ship weapons aren't powerful enough to really cut right through a cap ship unless you concentrate fire with your other guys. So you'll actually have to use the fleet to go kill somebody. Alright. So we're going to do fleets again. Select cap ship. And we'll keep the... Oh, Ogre, I'm sorry. You weren't in that last battle, were you?
Nope.
Oh shit, you should have said something. I'm sorry.
You guys started right about the time that I was like finally got in and loaded, so I was like, I have something to play.
Okay,
So
yeah, you could have mentioned something. I'm sorry.
I'm back now.
Are we doing? So what are we doing?
We're going to do everybody's their own Warmaster, and then everybody's going to be in the cap ship fleet. This is going to be horrendous.
Cap ship?
You keep saying horrendous as if this is not going to be a thing of beauty.
Yeah, but it's
Okay.
it's going to be something that's... I don't know how badly it's going to overwhelm things. We'll see what happens.
I'd like to report a light bug.
There's plenty of those. What's that we got?
So I was, tossing around the thing for fun, and I tossed it down, and it left, and it has not come back.
Oh yeah, we know about that one.
Yeah.
All right, well,
It happens
I am
sometimes.
ready, although I will not be able to click ready.
I can click ready for you.
So,
Does anybody else need to join? Paul's not here. There he is. No, Paul's
I'm
there.
good.
I guess the safe word was leaving.
Is Eta even a Greek letter?
Yep,
Yes.
Yeah, and iota.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Alright, this should be very scary and interesting. Here we go.
It's going to be a lot of ships.
Oh, gods.
There's gonna be a lot of lasers.
I'm recording this in Bandicam. This will be fun. Oh my!
Oh god, we're in.
Dipping into the teens.
Oh, this is gonna be bad. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Do we want to sit and get oriented a sec before we start doing?
People already start firing!
No. Sorry.
Too late
Right
then.
to it.
Alright, that was Matt. Go kill Matt. You guys go. Go get him! Yeah, I do like that effect. When you were talking about the shield, I'm getting a lot of noise. Alright, yeah, this is... I can't even hear anything because of all the shots fired. Yeah, I'm at 9. He crashed. come on back in. You can do that. Really? That's very strange. Oops. I hit the L key, not the right. Select one of your own ships and hit P for possess. That's the ship I...
Respawn, so we'd actually know progress.
Well, you have to destroy the entire fleet for it to respawn anything.
Right. This might have been an interesting last man standing.
Okay, well, you have to change the you use the semicolon or backwards apostrophe key beyond the enter key to scroll through. Look for one of the ones that say ogre and then hit P.
Beams out of my
I've been slowly working my way through
Yeah, I mean, honestly, with all the hammerings going on, that would become its own mess. I don't think you'll get what you really wanted. Yeah.
Unless they actually...
play on acid.
Something like that. Oh, I've got a lot of things killed. I've got a lot, actually.
I got several kills.
You got to tell your guys to concentrate fire on the guy, or else it's not going to do squat.
I don't know what they're doing.
They might all be dead.
Yes, true too. Like, I've already lost like 3 or 4 ships already.
I'm assuming the movement icons on my radar are my guys, in which case I seem to have a few still.
Well, that's not reliable, but blue is definitely you, but it's not always you the way this is working. Adam, I thought you were having problems getting in here. I assume that you're able to get in the game now, Adam? Okay, that's good. Reliable, but I'm glad you're able to get it again.
I mentioned this.
definitely have to microwave the capture for the shields, and will not debate that. Partially because the beams aren't powerful enough, partially because the shields are perfectly overdone as far as damage. That's never really been balanced, so...
They're live. You want them to live.
Yeah. Well, they're meant to be, like, you know, fortresses in space. You don't want them to drop them very easily.
Right. Yeah, so... I would think the shields will be overdone. Like, they're cities. People live there. There's a Starbucks.
Depends on the capture.
Right. Some captives have Tim Hortons.
Like in the modern Navy, there are attack subs and aircraft subs.
All the Duke's subs are
There are boomers that have captured.
That's actually one of the things I was talking to Matt the configuration system, and that will include adding proper joystick support rather than half-ass joystick support that I currently have.
That would be
Did you notice you can click on the text on the way in, by the way?
Yeah, I did. I paid attention to that. I was like, nice.
Yeah, no,
I saw the post report, so I knew it was coming.
Like I said, I'm not saying there's not a lot of stuff to do. That's why I keep on telling this alpha it's not ready. But, like I said, in about a month, we should be planet side and actually going through the logistics side of the game. Now they will end up killing each other there too, but it's a matter of, okay, you design your ship, you get your ship popped out, you go flying around, maybe make a fleet now, your fleet can come with you on missions or whatever, you know, that kind of thing. Mind you, you decide what the mission is. This has got to be actually Ogre the way he's driving. Yes.
Some of those
you guys can slow down.
Yes. Well, you could unplug your joystick, but...
Yes, then I gotta use fucking mouse and keyboard.
Well, the idea is with the control overhaul, you should be able to actually use your joystick to its extent. So you can assign different buttons to command and afterburner and a whole bunch of other things, so rather than just the default stuff. That's me.
Oh no, that's it.
Ogre, when I do start working on that, I might give you a certain build and go, hey, could you test this out to see if it works with your joysticks? So solve the problem.
Okay.
I remember even at MagFest, I was fiddling with some of the joysticks because we're having some minor issues, but yeah. We definitely need something that supports stuff and whatnot that we currently have. Working on this has got to be the Ogre. But definitely working on the ships on top of you are definitely harsh.
Up. Lost your first ship.
You lost your first ship?
Not your first ship.
First ship that I was flying in when it died.
Didn't hurt anything, but... some redlining there. Reactor's down. That ship is toast. There it goes. So was that actually you, Uber?
Was.
It was, sir. Okay, fair enough. I had to call in the rest of my fleet to help out. That's the only way I was going to get you. Really?
I got to try to get in the middle of the battle.
Yeah, they should respawn you then. Did they respawn you? Oh, well that's it. Alright, so I'm just...
Yeah.
Try to get destroyed, but nope.
Who crashed?
I'm frozen.
I'm frozen when you don't crash.
Yeah, I'm frozen too. Alright, can you exit the game?
Just can we stop the program?
Alright, hold on for a second. Is anybody else frozen?
No.
Alright, that's a net. Yeah, that's, wow, okay. I'm waiting for people to come out. Oh. Alright, I'll kill the server. Alright, I terminated the server.
I'm just gonna exit the game then.
Yeah. Well, we were kind of expecting that to happen eventually, but it definitely held up pretty well. I'm looking at the chat, and they're saying like, hello everyone, and you know, lasers, so many lasers.
Who's Dr. Mod?
I do not know. Oh, Thomas, yes.
Ah, okay.
Friend of mine.
Cool. Do we have a server up again, or?
No, I was too busy chatting. Alright, so we brave doing custom ships then?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Should.
Remember how to do it.
Alright. Now, obviously that's going to be more complicated because it's going to take people a while to build something. If you're going to do shields, make sure you pick one of the newer silhouette designs. Because if you don't, the shields won't work right, and then it's going to glitch out like it did last time. And if, yeah. To recognize the ship, actually I think everything that you saw today as far as the silhouette hulls are the newer designs. If you know what I mean. If you don't want to do shields, it doesn't matter what you pick. If you do shields, you're going to have to do the newer design. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Is the server up?
Server is now up.
Wow, I just noticed something.
Yes.
If you have to click on something, such as join or multiplayer,
Yep.
and you move the mouse, it drags to Omniball.
It does. Because Omniball is meant to be draggable.
Okay.
So it's not quite a bug, it's a feature, but I'm not sure if it's a good feature. The jury's out on that.
It's more noticeable as kind of an annoying thing if you're in something like the asset screen, where you're doing a lot of dragging in order to navigate, or to try to get a bar from out behind the Omniball so you can see something. So we should probably have Omniball dragging, at least selectively, able to be turned off.
Probably. Oh, I gotta select I gotta select scenario, or else people can't select ships.
Yeah, let's wait.
Yeah, that was my bad completely. Because I'm not alpha, I'll be gamma, theta, epsilon's used, zeta is not. So I'll be zeta.
Alright, I hit custom. I have a little spinny blue ball.
I'm sorry. What was that? I'm sorry.
Have you custom in this mode?
You select ship and you scroll all the way down until you see the custom thing. There it is. It's all at the bottom of the list.
Ooh, the game crashed when I tried to.
You were quite correct. It crashed on my end too.
Yeah, I just did it.
Same here.
Then.
Guess that's not today.
Should
Nope, that's
Windows
not
check
today.
online for a solution to the problem?
Yeah, good luck with that. Prep SB list of players. So, actually, it's in the tech web. It's looking for gun file name, cockpit console.ship with a whole bunch of spaces on the end. Cockpit console. Why would they even care? Is that mistyped? Do you know if there's a cockpit underscore console.ship file? Bueller?
Cockpit underscore console.
Yeah, .ship. Is that in the original Texas directory? I can go check, but...
One moment, I'm doing a search.
I want to see if it's a typo on Adam's part, or if for some reason something else is glitching. Because that's what it's looking for, and that's why it ate itself. So, looks like we're not doing customs unless we put an older tech web in. That kind of sucks. That's really unfortunate. I kind of wanted to show like we actually improve things.
I mean, at least I can definitely say that when we're doing the cap ships, because we're all together, that I could definitely tell my ships were following my commands and actually going after the guy I told them to.
Mm-hmm. You were saying, Matt?
There is a cockpit underscore console.ship. It is in the debug version, but it was added back in February. So...
You think it's not in the GWOB?
I don't know where it is. Let me see.
Because that would kind of do it.
No, I mean, it's in the disabled folder, so... I mean, we only did one chunk of movement. So it should... Basically, it shouldn't have made it into the disabled folder unless it had been put in the GWOB.
Well, if you're saying it was from February, the GWOBs are created in December. Because all the GWOBs I have are December 4th. Which
Yeah,
means
I'm just not sure why it would be in the disabled folder then.
Let me check this what I have in my directory here.
Did the updated GWOBs get checked in?
We haven't updated the GWOBs because we didn't want to create multiple gigantic files in the SVN.
That makes sense.
Yeah, because they were getting gigabytes big, and it's like, oh. And as you switch one file, you're redoing the entire gigabyte for one file. It's like, okay, let's not do this. So we try to keep them more broken up. So, let me see when the date on this stupid file is. Like console ship. Yeah, it's dated 9/17/2018 on my end. Cockpit console.
Oh, so that should have made it into the GWOB.
Alright, I'm going to run it in single player and see what makes it blow up. Hold on a second. Sandbox. Pre-built cities. I can show people live stream want to do this anyway. Now, when I go to single player, it's working fine. That's very strange.
Unless that was just the obscure threading thing that we've been getting.
That's possible, but everybody got it.
Well, did everybody get it, or did the server get it and then reflect it to everybody?
You know, it wouldn't work that way. So, alright, so in multiplayer, or in the threading, excuse me, in the live stream, I'm showing everybody the asset screen.
Cool.
So you can see how things are being built. And this kind of wanted to show people in the live stream anyway.
You planned this bug, didn't you?
Of course I did. You know exactly, this is exactly what I did. So let's also now look at the updated...
Say on the downplaying day, except say it was your plan.
Yes. Now this is not... Obviously you didn't put in the latest and greatest of the pictures that Paul had for the research screen, but it's definitely here. Yeah, so for those looking online, this is actually has been updated to look a lot nicer. The icons are up here. I'm not sure, I think this is the version we can actually drag and drop stuff in. So if I do ion technology, I can start researching.
That's pretty
Yeah.
cool.
These are actually things you can't research yet because you don't have all the prerequisites. Matt, as a request, you know how the ones that we don't have everything? Is there any way we can color the technologies we don't have so you can see what you have to get, so you can see what you're missing?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
I would imagine we could do that. I'll have to think of a good way to do it, because right now, you basically just have that long list of character pointers.
Okay.
And I'm just taking the whole thing and dumping it into the clone function.
Then we'll figure it out. We'll figure out how to do it.
There's got to be a way to do it.
Yeah. Okay. But that does work, so I'm just showing people online what this thing looks like. So, yeah. There's the enemy city in there. They've already made ships. They're already shooting at me. Little bastards. Look at all these guys. They're sending a little mini fleet. If you see on the live stream here, you see that they're always sending fleets after the other cities, including me. La 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 la. Okay. I guess we'll try multiplayer again and see if it pops again. Because it's running the same tech web. If it's running once, it's running full tilt anyway. Alright, let me quit out. And I will run the game again. And see what we get.
I gotta use the restroom. I'll be right back. Shouldn't be too long.
Well, at the very least, once you make the design and you remember what the name is, you're not wasting time doing it. And as long as we don't enter the game, polishers should still be able to drop right in. So that shouldn't be a problem-ish, I think. Okay, servers up. I'll select affiliates. I'll select... Alright, so if I do custom, does it crash? If this crashes, yep, it crashes.
Yeah, right to desktop.
So why would it care? The tech is the same, everything else is the same. Let's see if it's the same thing it's looking for.
Is it maybe just the opening of the screen?
Matt, is it case sensitive?
It shouldn't be. I think we changed everything so it converts everything to uppercase.
Okay, because I'm looking within the function that it's saying it's uppercase. It's console ship, but it still has all the space on the end. Why should that be? But it's fixed with anyway. That would always be that way.
Cockpit console. That is one of the images that gets used when you actually add items in the shipbuilder.
Yeah, but it preloads all of them because there are parts. So the original was lowercase. It was cockpit_console.ship, and it's got spaces after it.
If the problem is a bunch of spaces, could that be coming in from the tech web?
I think it's coming in from the tech web.
Yeah, that would have to be coming in from somewhere. And if it was a problem once it was running, there would be more likely to be a bunch of garbage at the end, right?
Now, what's interesting is button name doesn't have the extra spaces, grid name doesn't have the extra space, but gun file name does. And why would the cockpit console have a gun file name anyway? I mean, it's a cockpit. Why would it be a gun file? A gun file would be what would be external to the ship. Does that make sense? So
could this be the something where, like, I think isn't Adam using Excel to put all this stuff together and then he's exporting it?
Yeah, probably.
So could it be interpreting some sort of formatting character as a bunch of spaces?
No, I mean I'm looking at the actual thing. It's definitely spaces there. Yeah, it's got a whole lot of spaces actually, but it has too many for it to actually have, so that doesn't make any sense. Meaning, I think it's limited. I don't think it can be that big. And maybe that's just the point. How many letters is that? 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. That might be it. Maybe the file name's too big? Hold on. Bear with me. Meaning if the size of it is too large, meaning if it's limited to 20 or 19, it wouldn't have space enough for the rest of it. I'm trying to see how big... oh, it's not defined here, is it? Shoot. I'd actually have to bring up the tech web itself and see what the actual space size is. Well, everybody's going to blow up as soon as we do this. So the only other thing I could do is do a quick patch and do. So how much do people really want to do a custom set?
I can wait. On the patch, I mean, that's a good test to do if we can do a quick patch on it.
I can put something to trim the edges, and so it won't care.
It's a quick test, so at least you figure out if that's what the problem is right now.
Is the server up?
Paul, have you been listening to anything we've been saying?
Yeah,
No, I just got back from the bathroom now.
Okay.
No, there's a problem with some of the file names.
Okay.
All right. Then what I will do is I will. Let's see what I do here in the code here. Since OBS wants to see me code anyway. It's weird. Is OBS even seeing the coding? Evidently it's not.
Not on my screen, at least.
Yep. No, hold on. Let's see if it's that should do something. Okay. Ah, here's where it blew up. Do I have a trim? I do, I think. That did not help. I'm trying to see if there's something that will automatically do a trim for this. Oh, there's a thing called clean string. Before I do something ridiculous, I want to make sure that something in the system doesn't already do it. And then the file names have spaces in them, correct?
I don't think so. Hold on.
Okay.
No, none of these should have spaces. They should all have underscores.
All right. All right. Let's see if that does anything. What I'm going to do is I'm going to run it just as host, go in and see if it lets me in, and if that does it, then that's the answer. Then I can make an executable and send it out. Does that make sense?
Makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, what's really stupid is why would it not care if you're in single player, but it does care multiplayer and it's already blowing up? Ooh, something really bad happened with that. Mercury 2 ship, and of course it has a space in it. Son of a... I can't use that as an answer. Okay. So that's not going to work. But I have a plan. I know, Customer had a plan. Customer had a plan too.
Yeah, it didn't end so well.
Yeah, something like that.
Everybody thinks they're prepared to get punted in the face.
Something like that. And... Alright. That should work, yes. Yes. That should work. Let's see if that works. Basically, it's acting as... oh, derp. I guess people are watching how badly I code sometimes. Alright. Yeah. Okay, let's see if this also breaks it. Say things you expect it not to take that long to do. The problem is I'm patching a symptom, I'm not actually patching... Hi, Elric. So my cat has decided that he wants to be on the show here.
Yeah.
As all cats do.
Yes, they do.
Well, he's a good-looking cat, so.
Yeah, that's true. Big fuzzy. Alright, So why is it eating itself? Because you're being an idiot, Arthur. I just noticed there's probably something there to remove spaces already, but I had commented it out because I had problems. Probably the same problems I'm running into. Ah, now it's actually loading the game. So let me tell OBS to do a different thing. Alright, so if we do multiplayer, post, whatever, and then I select a custom, still blows up, because that's not the problem. Bloody hell. Because I didn't get rid of the damn spaces. Oh, for F's sake. I mean, ideally, I just go back to the tech web, remove the damn spaces, and be done with it, because it shouldn't be in there in the first place, but I understand that they're kind of being hidden.
I
Okay.
appreciate that share, Ogre.
Shizbot. I'm sorry, everybody has to wait for me. Is there anybody else have a suggestion that isn't the custom ships that they want to try out? Or they really want to get the custom ships running again?
I have no
do we
opinion,
have
but
capture the flag available with fleets or no?
How would capture the flag work with fleets?
Same way. You have basically like the cap ship, which is the target, and instead of everyone just being one ship, everyone basically has their own basically like squadron.
I haven't written that up. I could. I don't think it would.
I have no real opinion, but I probably only have 20-30 minutes left, and then it'll be dinner time.
Well, that's my point here, because these things always take longer than one would like, as anybody in IT will tell you.
Yep.
Can confirm.
Yep.
I never tell my clients how long because it's never the number.
Yep. It's pulling up again, and it's still the same thing. So why does it not work there, but it works here, and that doesn't make any sense. If you want a single player, it works fine. But if you want a multiplayer, it eats itself. Now, I understand why it's not finding it, but shouldn't... This is the 28th master ID. Oh, is it possible it's not coming from there at all? Hold on. not working. Alright, it's not gonna work. Son of a... Oops. Alright.
Oh, excuse me.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Let's see if that works any better. Again, I apologize for the,
I mean, you warned us all this would happen at some point.
Yeah, but I don't like doing it on a live stream. Yeah. I guess we got some good plays in, but people want custom ships, and I can't blame them for that. I mean, once I have real time again, they're going to see, is it something that's embedded in the tech web or something that is glitching out elsewhere, or what's actually causing the problem. Host. Do things right, please. Come on. Oh, freaking pain light. That worked. I'm in.
Ding, 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 ding.
Yep. The lighting is wrong. It's much brighter than it is usually than in the main game, but okay. Yeah, that's all working. Yeah, no, that's there. Okay. Let me quit out. And let's just do it. Okay, let me commit this and get executable out and that kind of thing to you, everybody. Okay?
Sounds
Cool.
good.
It's my loose directory. Okay. 1665. I do a full rebuild. And then all I have to do is really move over the executable anyway. Well, at least it's not like some other engines I'm aware of that taken like a half hour to an hour to recompile.
There is that.
Yeah. Access to... How can they... What? It's saying it won't let me open the debug. What? I don't get it. Can I open GWSP? It's because OBS is trying to lock to it? Or is the stupid ass mixer running it? Oh, bloody hell. No, it shouldn't care. It's not even on the list anymore. I'm trying to compile it, and it's saying it can't get access to the file name in an SP for permission reasons, which makes no sense at all. So I'm going to grab it, I'm going to delete it, and see if it forces the issue. Alright. Can the open file debug exe? Are you... Oh, you... Matt, since I checked it in, can you get the executable to compile?
1 moment.
Because it shouldn't be doing this, but instead of having everybody wait.
It was just the change to list gadget.
Yes, I think. Still won't let me put it in there. Must be something wacky with OBS. But that also means I won't be able to run it. That was stupid. It put it back there. It did actually create it. It makes no sense. So if I run this, you may not have permissions to run it. What the living... Oh.
It was trying to upload everything from my debug folder, and I told it to ignore that.
It should.
That I didn't.
Why would you want to upload everything from your debug folder? I'm not asking.
I didn't. It was set automatically, because remember I got the new computer. But it was because it was trying to do that, and I wasn't letting it upload all of my debug files.
Mm-hmm.
It kept trying to say it was a modified copy.
Okay, what's that to do with anything?
I told it to ignore my debug folder. I don't know.
No, that has nothing to do with that, Matt.
It's just, it was a change I made, so I wanted to make sure that didn't have an effect down the line.
No, I was positive this is something wacky from OBS or something.
Okay, I built successfully.
Okay. Could you update both the release and then I'll update it and I'll give it to everybody else?
Yep, give me just 1 moment. Okay, uploaded.
Alright. Let me grab it and I'll distribute it to everybody else.
Just gonna say hello to the parentals who just got home, and I'll be right back.
Alright. How come when I did an update, it gave me a whole bunch of other files too?
Which files?
Middle and... never mind, I'm not gonna get into it. Let's see here. And okay.
I'm back.
And this is what version? 1665 or something like that?
Hold on one moment. Forget. 1663.
166.
M again, damn it.
Okay, 1663. Alright, if everybody's so kind to do an update.
Okie doke. Vision 19.
It's just the executable?
Yep. I need permission to... Something has it open and I can't close it. It's probably OBS. I don't know what else would keep it hanging open. There, I'm gonna close this down. Let's see if that helps. For the life of it, it won't let... Oh, I don't believe this. So that means I can't run the debug anymore because I can run the executable version, but that's not going to help. Something has write lock to the executable in my compiling directory. I literally have to like completely reboot the machine for that to actually get fixed. So I'm going to have to run this in the releases directory, which if something blows up, I can't tell what actually happened, which kind of makes the whole thing pointless. I do not know why.
My SVN says it didn't update correctly.
Same.
When it says it didn't update correctly, what could you be more specific?
WC debug lock could not overwrite a file and directory.
Oh, it's just going to be one of those days, isn't it?
I'm going to go back to my log to find out what the exact message was.
I'm getting an update finished.
You're in a different directory, Paul.
Okay, never mind. Sorry.
I successfully updated. It tells me I'm version 19.
Not sure I was already run the file.
Can you do an update again and see what it says over in Earnest?
It says clean up to not finish. It won't let me re-update it.
Alright, then right click, and then you should be able to hit clean up.
Alright.
So if you right click, go into towards SVN, there should be a thing called cleanup. And then it will just say cleanup working, copy status, break locks, etc. and just click OK, and it should do this thing.
All right.
Only 2 are selected. Should the rest be, or?
No, clean up working copy, break locks, fix timestamps, vacuum pristine copies, and include externals should be the 5 clicked on.
Okay, now there.
Alright, and then click OK, and then once it's done its thing, then do an update. Alright, someone messaged. Okay.
Cleanup failed to process the following paths. D rank Warmaster to arrive at sitting. Failed to run the WCDB work queue associated with D rank Warmaster. Work item 5768. File install GOWSPXE 1011. Can't move D rank Warmaster SVN temp SVN A00422261 to.
That means it still considers it open.
Yeah, I got the same message too.
Yeah.
Can you check in your task manager, make sure it's not still there somehow?
Yeah, I checked that. I'll check again. Maybe I'll overlook.
I'm gonna look there myself because it's just one of
Yeah.
those. Maybe that's exactly why I'm having the problem I'm having. I don't see it though. Sure processes from all users. I don't see it. But it sounds like it thinks it's still running even though it's not.
Yeah.
So I have 2 choices because I'm in the same boat.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna reboot my machine. I'll let you know if it works.
Yeah, that's pretty much the only answer that I'm aware of.
Yeah, I figured that's what it would be. So give me 1 second while I close out some applications.
Yeah. I
Be
hope
right
that's not
back.
what's going on here. That I have to end up rebooting the whole
User
phone.
disconnected from your channel.
Now we've done this is our 5th time doing this. This is the first time this kind of craziness has come up. And then why would it come up on your end? That's the wackier part. I can see it being wacky on my end, but why would it care on your end? Unable to display current owner. Access is denied. Retry. Well, the only answer, honestly, is for me to reboot and everybody else to reboot, which is really bad, but I don't see you having much of a choice. So I'll stop the stream and then I'll restart the stream. I don't know how else to do it.
Okay. You want everyone to reboot?
No, only the people that are having the problems. I mean, you were able to update without problem.
Yes.
I don't know how else I will do this, so the stream will pause while I reboot.
Okie doke.
I don't know how else to do it.
I'm probably just gonna watch the stream then, because I really don't want to reboot right now, because a couple things I'm in the middle of. I can recover from it, but I'd rather not, because it's kind of a pain.
Well, the other option, you at least have a different option. You can make another directory and just do a pull down that way. And then it's a different executable, if you know what I mean. It will just run.
User entered your channel.
Alright, that did not
That could
do
work.
shit.
That did not work?
No. I'll try again. I'll do the cleanup over time. Maybe I
Well, today's a full moon, so this is what we get.
break right box, cleanup working status, include externals. That's all that's checked.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, now it said it's successful. I guess maybe I was still rebooting or something.
Okay, try the update, please.
Update complete 19.
Well,
That
there you...
worked.
Hey, run it. See if you get the 1663.
Okay.
Is it working?
Hold on, it's booting up right now.
Okay.
Alright, it's 1663M.
Yeah, well, that's what it is.
Okay.
Alright, well, that means I am going to reboot. Ogre, my only suggestion is make another directory, do a checkout of the release, and pull it all down, and you can do it that way. You have the bandwidth, I have the bandwidth, it shouldn't take you that long.
True.
Probably by the time I reboot, you'll be done. I mean, it's on a different machine anyway. Alright, so I'm going to stop the live stream for a second, and I'll be back in a few minutes. Alright?
Sounds good.
Alrighty.
Alright, I'll be right back. Alright. Should have data now. Okay, should be getting something. Maybe. Tell me when you see something up there, if you would, please.
Yeah, I got an eye on it. At least the page that I had open is still loading.
Okay.
Okay, if I restart the live stream on my end, then I have motion.
Okay.
It's stopped again.
Yeah, it's working.
Alright.
Let's make sure it is live and not a recording. Oh, it did stop again.
It did stop or it did not stop?
It did. It's on the spinny wheels.
Yeah, no, it does not seem like you're streaming.
Says excellent. Doesn't mean it's working.
Well, it does take a few seconds to catch up, so let's give it its 20 seconds.
It's on a different machine anyway. Alright, so I'm gonna stop the live stream for a second and I'll be back.
Yeah, that's the old one. Alright. Let's see, where's the new?
I assume I have the right key. It's a different machine anyway.
No.
Alright, so I'm gonna stop the...
No, the live stream, what's on there? Let me go to your actual page.
The live stream for a second though.
Yeah, everything that comes up is already recorded. It's not, it says live, but it's not live anymore.
That might be the end of our stream for today.
Might be. I don't. Hopefully, it won't be. Be back in a few minutes. Alright.
I just put it on.
Yeah, the live stream for a second though.
Yeah, everything that comes up is already recorded. Okay, it's working.
So it is doing it.
Yep. I can hear myself talking about new stuff and not you turning off your machine, so.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep, we seem to be live on my end too.
Alright. Well, that's something then.
We're down to only Ernest and I actually watching, I think, but it exists.
I think that was probably true for a while now anyway.
I'm there too.
Alright, let me see. Alright, it's kind of running-ish, maybe? Well, whatever's going on, it's like pinning the needle in the game on the system. So OBS is going crazy, according to this. Eating up all my CPU power.
I will consume it all.
Yeah, something like that.
Consume, consume, consume.
Is there a way to pause streaming in OBS? Because literally it's eating all my CPU power. I don't know if it needs to... Well, the game is finally running, but... Okay. Let's see if that helps. There we go. Why is my version 1660? Oh, for F's sake. So I know that's not gonna work. Alright. Alright, I'm just doing another compile real quick. Okay, whatever, as long as it's fixed. Alright, let me test it real quick, I guess. So for whatever reason I have version 1660 and you guys have 1663, and I don't get what that is, but whatever. Alright. This is not running well. Alright, and if I go to custom, I'm in. Alright, well it's working. Alright, so who's actually gonna come in?
Alright, let's.
Alrighty, I'll be in a second.
Wait,
One
so
moment.
what time for that?
Alright, give me a minute.
Now, from what I've seen, that if I, as the host, go into the customizations, it won't let other people in, because that isn't... A lot of handshaking should be moved off to the networking code rather than the main splash screen code. And I thought it did, but it doesn't.
I'm in the custom builder right now.
You should be fine. I can't go in until you're all in, or else it won't acknowledge you coming in.
Alright. I got you.
Actually, it will
Loading
acknowledge you
now.
connecting. It will acknowledge all the other players, because the players only exist on the splash screen, not in the background networking code.
Alright. So which of these ships are viable ships versus the no ship?
If it looks high poly count, it's a new ship. If it looks low poly count, it's one that was done 15 years ago.
Gotcha.
There's only like 5 ships. So you have the cap ship that you've seen already. All right. You have the builder bot, which is the yellow one with the 4
The
jet
drill.
nodules, if you will.
Yeah,
Um,
basically.
You have 2 fighters. One that looks like a giant triangle and one looks like a fish. And then you have the freighter model, which is the copperish one with 6 arms, for lack of a better term, with a dish on top.
Uh-huh.
Now you've seen all of them. So those are the 5 that I know have shields on it.
Should I go to the multiplayer?
Yeah.
Okay. I tried to connect earlier and it bombed me out.
Okay. Well, I mean, I see you in the listing, Paul.
I'm here now. Yes.
So you said we should only use the new ships right now?
No, we're trying to do this whole point of all this. We're trying to do the custom.
No, the new
Okay.
ship models.
Oh, if you want shielding. If you don't care about shielding and you don't intend to add that, don't worry about it. All of them will work. The problem is the shield meshes are only defined on the new ships, not on the older ships. And part of me goes, should I put shielding on the older ships? And the other thing is, well, I really don't want to release the system with the older ships, but that's what kind of gives the system flavor. So I'm debating back and forth, but it hasn't. It's too much effort to put something in that is not going to work, kind of thing. So already built your ship, Matt, I see?
Yep.
Alright, so what's the next steps? Because I don't quite remember what we were doing last time.
In what respect? How to build a ship, you mean?
Yeah, I got the ship floating around on my screen, and then I got the icons.
Okay, so you want to know how to build a ship.
Yeah, I need a refresher on this as well.
Okay, well then I'll do that over the live stream. So, click custom. I am going to come in with the wedge ship because why not? Because I like him. Whee! He actually looks like a fighter. I'm actually kind of curious what he looks like with the shielding on. So, you drag what you want the ship to look like. Currently, I'll admit I should have the omniball automatically open in when you come in through the multiplayer. It doesn't, so you have to open up the omniball on the right.
Yeah.
Okay. First things first, you probably want to add weapons. So you want to go to the. Of course, the tooltip isn't showing up.
And it crashed.
Well, you should be able to come back in.
Yes. But I'm assuming I'll have to wait until you're done in the custom area before I can re-enter.
If you tell me when you're ready, I'll pop out, and then you can enter, then I can pop back in again. Because it's not that big of a deal. If once the omniball is open, you have an inner ring of icons and an outer ring of icons.
Yeah.
The inner ring most controls which screen you're on.
Uh-huh.
So you want the one that's the lower left. That's the looks like a ship on a drawing board.
Yep.
And when you click that, you'll see a big ass grid.
Yeah.
So now this is where I didn't test this before we went into here, so we'll see how well this works. You want to select weapons. So if you want weapons in the upper left, the omniball should have expanded. And in the upper left, you'll have this thing that's supposed to be the weapon icon.
Yep, I got it.
Alright, you click on that. Now, on the right, you'll see 4 different types of weapons. You have beam, pulse, missile, and cone. There are no cone weapons right now. Missiles don't add, they'll just crash the system. So you got pulse and beam. So you click on beam, just for haha, because I did. You have heavy and you have turreted. Now, depending on what Adam left available in the tech web, you have different types of weapons here. So we have the Orion 2, the Orion XL-12 Mark II, Scorpius Mark 1, and Orion Mark 1. And so you can see the damage they do and the range they do, and yeah.
I see.
Scorpius 1 has a really nice range, actually.
That's the point.
Not so great damage, but
That's
there you
also
go.
the point.
Well,
It's basically like a long-range, lower-powered kind of like stay away and snipe ship weapon.
yeah, it's got like what, almost twice the range as the other guys.
Yep.
Well, that's something. I'll admit that. And I guess the Orion Mark II is kind of the in-between. It's 200 damage and 1200.
Yeah, they were the Orions of the standard series of lasers.
Fair enough. Well, I'm going to put on... hell, I'll mix it up. Why not? So I'm going to drop 1, 2... And I'll drop 1, 2 of the Scorpius, because I can.
Now, can you mix weapons in this or not?
Yes. So that's exactly what I did. I put 2 Orions out and 2 Scorpiuses out, just because I could.
No, I'm talking about different weapon types.
Yeah, no, you can mix and match. You want that and pulses? Be my guest. You can do it.
I'm having trouble getting my way into the server, Arthur.
Because I didn't exit out. You're right. You're right. You're right. I was waiting for you to tell me when you were ready, Jordan.
I thought that I would be able to join the server and couldn't join the custom until you exited out. I misunderstood you.
Yeah, I also bombed out and I have to wait to get back in.
I got you now.
All right. Whenever you both are ready, I will exit this because I can do this really quickly.
Mm-hmm.
But I wanted to kind of walk through it. So once I put 4 guns there just because I could.
Yeah, I got my weapons on.
All right.
I am ready.
Could you guys wait, and that way I can walk him through? And
I am ready.
Okay. Then you want to go to the auto build, which will be... I guess we can do armor first, but I don't think it really matters. Well, let's go to the auto build. So going to the right, you'll see in the inner ring, you'll have that same icon, but with an arm.
Yeah, okay. I partially remember some of this.
Yeah.
Okay.
So now we have the auto helper area and auto builder area. So on the upper left, you want to click on Add Engines, although for whatever reason, it doesn't acknowledge it the first time. I don't know what the F is going on with... Oh. Don't get me started on it. Okay. When you move your mouse off of it, it will still remain glowing. There's a bug in the system that way. So and actually we want shields, so let me turn that one on too. So if you notice on my screen, it's when you click on it, the glow stays, versus when you move the cursor off, it doesn't.
Yeah,
it's supposed to fill in. I don't know why.
It did fill in when I clicked on Add Shields, the Add Engines filled in. So.
Yeah, there's an update glitch, and it actually is turned on. It's not showing it that way, and that's... Yeah. I think Adam reported that. I just never fixed it. Okay. So what you have here is you want to make sure that your different things are actually selected. So at the top you see ion thrusters. Just left click on that so it doesn't actually go big and small. It just stays big. Then we have 2 engine types, which is ion engine and lightweight ion thruster, which is the next one down. I guess I don't know which is better.
The thrusters are 2 different things.
According to this, the lightweight ion thruster is probably better. Because I clicked on the one, and I'm looking... If you look at the top, you can see how the weight shifts, and the power requirement shifts. And believe it or not, the lightweight iron thruster is actually better, because it's lighter. And therefore, it doesn't have to be as big. So think about what it is. Then we have the different reactors. We have lightweight hydrogen reactor.
Something you might end up encountering.
Yeah.
If you hit save, you might crash.
Really? That's not good.
Because I accidentally hit save and it crashed.
See, this is what happens when you don't test things. I tested the fleet. I made sure, spent all day yesterday with Matt making sure the fleets worked. Fleets worked fine. We didn't test any of this.
Oh, we tested it last time.
Yeah, you know how this goes.
Well, I know how soft, because my business partner always bitches why would you fix one thing something else breaks? I'm like, that's the nature of software development.
So evidently I was wrong. If it's not filled in, it's not actually registering that it's actually done, because now when I double click through the add power, and then when I click the different power things, it actually then updates what's up top. So looking at this, believe it or not, the lightweight hydrogen is actually more efficient. By a lot. Because if I do the solar fuel cells, it puts my weight to 150. If I do lightweight, it puts it back down to 100, so I don't need as much.
Solar's basically a tier below, so yeah.
Okay, well there you go. There's the guy who made it. Now I'm going to make sure my add shields is, of course, not working. So evidently you have to click a different thing to have it actually do anything.
Yep. Yeah, that's what I found out already.
So if you click down the capacitors, oh my god, you can force the shielding to turn on. Bloody thing. So you want to up your shielding. I don't know by how much. I guess put it close to 1,000, because why not? Because I don't really know what the answer to that is. That was actually kind of one of the problems. We wanted to do it by thickness, not by point count.
Alright, I'm reconnecting.
Alright, sort of, once I'm done walking through.
That's fine.
So I'm putting mine up to 1,000 because I don't have a better answer than that. It may not be worth anything, to be completely honest, but we'll see. It's one of the revisions I wanted to do, and they just didn't have time to do because I was doing other things, but what else is new? Okay, so I'm 1,000. Now I'm going to see which of these ones are actually better. So we have Deflector Shield. We have that one. Oof. Actually, the one to the most left seems to be the best. Because the power requirements on the others are pretty damn high, but the first one is pretty low. So there we go. So I'm going to select Air Superiority Beam, because why not, so the AI knows what it is. And I am going to do Auto Help, which is on the right.
That basically, the power requirement for the shield factors into the shield strength, right? So having a lower power requirement means the shield will be weaker, correct?
No, it just means it shows how much power it needs to get up to that number. So the lower power requirement is an efficiency issue. So you want the lower power requirement for the same shield output.
Yeah, Ogre, I saw that. That's what I was saying. I couldn't really get into the server.
Well, you're not going to be able to get
Okay,
into the
cool.
server.
Yeah, but
until...
it kicks you out to a different screen.
Okay.
It looks almost like you're in a lobby.
Well, you are in the lobby.
Yes, but a different lobby.
Fair enough.
Like, you're just one person. I sent you a screen, picture of it.
Yeah, you won't get an update until I go back out to the screen. That's the problem. That part of the code really should do an update, and it doesn't. Because all the logic for that is in the screen, not in the raw network code.
Uh-huh.
And so I really should encapsulate that, move it into the raw network code, so that when you're in the situation you're in, you're not sitting there waiting. So I'm going now to add armor. And that's not doing very much, because I need to do all armor.
Which is the armor button?
The all armor is in the upper. For the screen, it's the one below the hull, which is it's the inner circle. On the left, lower. It's basically looks like an armored ship with a flag.
Okay, gotcha there.
And then you want to click on the armor guy that's in the upper left-hand corner, and that will let you do all sides, because that's just kind of easier. And that will just do numbers. And I agree with Adam. And I apologize, Adam. This should be by thickness, not by number. Because we honestly don't know what actually is good or bad yet. So I'm just going to do like 1200. So let's see what's actually good here. So fiberglass, what's lightest? The middle one is, I guess. Since cost doesn't matter for this. Okay, so there's that. I'm doing carbon whatever. I'm going back to the hull. And now I have my ship, and I want to place my weapons. So I'm going to do the Scorpius here, the other Scorpius here. Oh, that's a bad thing.
So what do we click when we're done with the armor? I missed you.
You want to click on the whole screen, which is back where you came from, which is the center ring furthest to the left, left up, if you will. It looks like the weapon with a flag by it.
Yeah. Oh, there it is. Yes.
Yep. And then you want to click two buttons, because I'm an idiot when I did the interface. One is to show your weapons, and one is to assign them. So you want the two outer icons, both the one in the upper right and the one to the right. Okay, now we'll see if Ogre's prediction is correct. If I hit save, well, not this whole thing's going to fall apart. Extreme Prejudice, what happens? It saved. It didn't blow up. I'm surprised at that. Okay.
It might be because it was a complete ship.
Yeah. No, that's probably a lot to do with it, to be honest. But I should have checks for that. So, if you're one of those, I'd rather like walk it through what you were doing and then see what blows up on my end to fix it, if that makes sense. Because I put stuff in there to prevent exactly that, but obviously I missed something. So I'm now quitting out,
Alright, how am I getting these weapons over again? That's what I'm trying
and
to
then
figure
extreme prejudice. So I can select it. Do people did they get their updates so they're in or no? I'm back at the lobby screen.
Okay, I'm able to connect now.
I am in, yes.
Joining.
Okay,
All right, time to build my ship.
I apologize.
Okay.
I should not be alpha. I guess I'll be beta.
Alright, how did we... I missed what you said about the firing and putting the weapons on. So I'm at the screen where I can try to...
Oh.
Where I can't get the weapons on the ship again.
You click on the icon in the upper right and the lower right on the outer ring, and it should be highlighted in pink. And then you should be able to click individually on individual weapons. On the left, there's a list, and that should highlight. And then you should left click on the surface of your ship, and that's where we'll be firing from. So a big, god-awfully large weapon, which is completely unrealistic, will appear.
Yes, I got it now. Okay.
Okay, here I am. Using the same sleek-looking, I guess, horseshoe crab ship.
If you don't want to put shields on, that's fine. If you wish to put shields on, that will not work.
Ah, okay then.
Which is what I've been saying. There are only 5 ships in there with the shields properly defined. And those are the newer ships, and you should recognize those.
Yeah, I got that now. The big aircraft carrier-looking one.
The aircraft carrier-looking one, the triangular one that Nisha did, the fish-looking one that also Nisha did, the builder bot that she did, and the freighter, which is the thing with the brown copperish one with 6 legs, I guess you would call it, with a dish on top.
Right.
That she also did. So all those have the shields defined for it.
Okay then.
I will admit the fish one has the shields on backwards, which I need to correct. But the others are fine.
Alright, how did you select weapons again?
In what respect? To put them on? Or to actually add them in the first place?
To add them in the first place.
Okay, you go to the lower...
The drawing board, I think you said, right?
Yes.
Okay.
But then you have to select weapons in the outer list. So in the outer ring, there is a weapon icon in the upper left, which kind of looks like a bagel, or not a bagel, but a sub.
Okay.
And then you have your different weapon types, which will be on your right. You want either pulse or beam. And you'll see all the different parts show up in the bottom.
I'm sorry, what was the difference between the types of shields?
Efficiency, honestly.
I'm not getting any numbers for it, so it's hard to tell.
What you want to do is, unfortunately, there's a very annoying, obviously, glitch. You've seen when the hexagon is filled in versus just highlighted. So you have to click on the add shield hexagon. If you know what I mean. Then for ha-has, just click on one of the capacitors down below and it should fill in. I don't know why it's doing that, but it is.
Now, which one of these are my ship? Because I got a whole list of a whole bunch of different ships.
Which one of these are my ship? I don't understand the question.
The one that I just designed. Which one in this list of ships now? Which is the one that I...
Probably the lowest one if you didn't remember what the name was. It'll probably be the last in the list.
Alright, just above custom, I'm assuming.
So
you have to add reactors and thrusters as well?
You're not going to fly if you don't.
Oh no.
Now, before you go down that road, Paul, you should go to... Have you added your weapons, is the first question. Do you even want to do any of this custom stuff? That's the first question.
Yeah, I might as well learn this.
Well, now it's not really the time to learn it. It's a matter of, can you get through it quickly, or is this going to take you a while?
In that case, I should probably just watch people do this.
Yeah, so why don't you hit Q, come all the way back out, and select the normal ship.
Alright then.
And worst comes to worst, once we actually go into the game, if you like someone else's design, it will be in your listing the next time you come into the game.
All right.
It'll be under custom, and you'll see, or actually before custom, actually, it'll be past cap ship. You'll see a bunch of random ones. The newer ones will be below that.
Right.
Yeah, I'm just gonna select one of the standard ships for now.
Okay. So who's player? I presume that's Ogre. You didn't update your name?
I did before, but apparently didn't save.
Well, if you wipe your directory out, it's not going to be there anymore.
No, since then. Like the first
Oh.
time I went in, and when I crashed from hitting save.
Did you want? You're gonna be a cap ship?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Everybody, make sure they're on different teams because we're doing fleets. Beta, Epsilon, Alpha. Okay. All right. I think everybody is unique. Everybody have a ship they like? Blah.
I got.
We'll find out in a minute.
Yeah, I might. Even though I did what I did to my ship, does not mean it's going to work well. I don't know what's going to happen. All right. Oh, you do realize that means you're going to have a fleet of cap ships.
Yes.
I
I guess
Alright.
you little fighter fucks.
All right. Fair enough. You know,
So the name of the game is Kill Ogre first.
possibly. Or just stay
Everyone
away
else
from
is gonna
them.
be a lot harder. Yeah, exactly. Everyone else is gonna be a lot harder to kill.
All right. So, I'm starting it up, and hopefully it will work. And it blew up. OG rank count, rank Warmaster. All right. Someone didn't select a team. Or
no,
it was.
no. Because the screen's still up. Ernest is Ada, but Admiral, not Warmaster.
That's okay. That's okay.
Okay. That's the only one that looks different.
All right. Well, since it ate itself, all right. Here's the good news. I'll bring the server back up. Since you already built the ship, it's already there. You can just build it again. And for your own reference, if you actually during in-between times want to like spend the time to design a really good ship, you can do it on your own time, if that makes sense. And then it will still be in your list of ships. So you can go into the game, try to host it, go into the custom, build it, and then save it, obviously. And then when you come into the multiplayer test, it'll be ready for the multiplayer. Does that make sense?
Cool.
So you didn't really lose anything if you actually design the ship real quick. So the hosting's up. I'm going to go select what I had before, which should be at my bottom of my list, which is, I guess, Extreme Prejudice. I guess there was a bunch of customs. I think you're actually able to now actually manually rename. That's didn't mention that. I apologize. You can actually manually rename your ships. You don't have to take the stuff from the list. So when you save the design, I mean.
I just crashed. I have to rejoin.
Okay. Alright, let me be beta. Now what happens is it doesn't send up the ship until you actually click on ready. And then it sends it to the server. Everybody else doesn't get it until I hit start. Because then you get the save game dump across the network, and that's how the system comes up. Alright, is anybody else coming in?
I'm set.
One sec.
Oh, did we? I'm still stuck on, I guess, the previous lobby.
Yep. I gotta set up the kick better and that kind of thing so it knows when you're disconnected. It should anyway, but yeah.
Should
If everybody turns to the -1, then that's what happened. There's definitely a level of robustness that needs to be added to the system. But it's alpha. I'm trying to get the larger brushstrokes working and then getting the creature comforts working. Which I know everybody wants the creature comforts anyway, but you can't have both.
Why not? I want my cake and I want to eat it too.
I'm sure you do, but well then, invest in my game and give me lots of money so I can hire more help. That's what it comes down to.
Yep. Yes, it does.
Alright, so Ogre, I'm also beta. Okay, there's no Ada.
There's extreme prejudice is kind of blocking. I couldn't see if it was beta or Ada,
Fair enough.
so I had to scroll to go. What's in use?
You still need a ship. There you go.
Yeah, I realized that as I did that.
Yeah. Everybody ready?
Ready.
See if this works. Well, hit start. I think that's a good.
Oh, yeah,
Oh, I'm in. I'm in.
Okie doke.
I don't know why I have 5 weapons, but that's okay.
That might be the one I made. No,
This is not the one I made. This is different.
This is not the one I made either.
This is
So
not the one I
I
made.
think there were definitely some name duplications.
This is
Yeah.
probably the one I made.
Alright, this is definitely not the one I made. People are already killing each other, I see. Go figure.
There's a lot of. Oh, do we have teams?
Well, you have fleets, yes. You have fleets of the same of the same ship. And Ogre is just eating someone, some poor bastard out there. Because I see all his beams shooting. This is laggy as hell.
Yeah.
I'm actually not.
Yeah, my
lagging
first
out.
nearest
I'm
target
pretty
was
smooth.
Ogre, and I went fuck that, and just went for a nearby cluster of assholes, which turned out to be Ernest.
Alright, this was not.
I have Death Wish, so I'm gonna go after Ogre.
Yeah. This is very, 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 very pausy. I don't understand why. Maybe still the OBS problem again.
Oh yeah, like targeted ships are like just jumping all over the place.
Yeah.
Well, that's because the server is completely overwhelmed.
That is Ogre's laser field.
Alright, yeah, this is not playable like at all.
Really?
Yeah, really. I mean, I don't know what it's doing, but it's pausing out drastically. I don't know if it's OBS having a problem or what's going on with it.
Oh yeah, now I'm done with that.
Well, OBS was eating a lot more CPU power than it should be. Now, I'd rebooted it completely, so it should be clean, but so I don't understand why it's being as outright twitchy as this thing is. Yeah, this is not doable. All right, you want to come back in and see if we can get it to behave a little bit better?
For my part, unfortunately, Melinda has finished dinner, so I'm going to go and eat.
All right.
I
I will
dropped
see you
out.
guys later today.
All right. See you later. Part of the problem is
User
that
disconnected from your channel.
See, even though I'm out, my
I just
CPU still
crashed.
spiked at 92. Well, I exited,
Wow.
so you would have
Oh,
crashed.
okay. Just stating in case that wasn't the case.
Yeah. There's something, it says CPU hog is 57% with OBS, so I don't know what really is going on here. Processes. Yeah, OBS is eating 70% of my... That doesn't make
Yeah,
any sense.
That's no fun.
Was there an update to that recently?
Well, there was, but I didn't update it. That makes absolutely 0 sense to me. I mean, OBS can get pretty wonky, but it shouldn't be eating up like that much of my CPUs. You know? And literally is pinning every single core. The first core is completely pinned, the other ones are at like 70%. Really? I don't think it always did this. Alright, we can try this again. I don't understand it. Let's see whether or not if I'll run it again.
How do you know the name of the ship? Oh, there it is. Okay. Now I know what my custom ship was.
If you really want, you can go and delete all the other ships that you have that may not have been yours. Because you can tell by date. When they're created, they're in the ships directory.
Alright, I'll go in there.
And they'll be MP, and it'll be cryptic, but it'll be there. Okay, so server's up. Let me see if I can select the actual right ship this time.
I'll be in there in a second. So delete all the MPs with the strange numbers, right?
Well, that'll delete all your designs.
No, the MP. Well, I'm not like I'm gonna keep the other ones, but
Yeah.
but basically all the MP00 blah 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 is what I want to get rid of, not the
Yeah.
other ships.
Tell you what, I'm going to... Alright, I'm going to exit the server and do the same thing because I don't want the old designs. So let me exit the server real quick and I'll do the next same thing that I'm telling everybody else to do.
Alright, I just killed those designs.
Yeah. Okay, so we want the ships directory. Oh boy. So there's a whole bunch that I had from 128, which was the last time we did this, so I'm going to delete all those.
Yeah, those are the ones I just dropped.
And I only had 3 brand new ships from everybody else.
I had 4.
Okay, so that probably ate itself in the way there. So at least now I have a much better chance of finding this ship I just made. One of the changes I did make in the ship builder is you can click on the name and you can actually change the name to make it more unique, rather than having it...
I just tried that when I went back into the custom ship builder. So yeah, it did let you do it.
Yeah, so I forgot to mention that, and I forgot all about that. I did update that feature, because everybody was complaining about that back in January, and I did fix it. But, yeah. Alright, so server is on its way up. It's not quite up yet.
So which ship did you redesign, Arthur?
I redesigned Extreme Prejudice. I thought that's what it was called. Doesn't mean I'm right. Yep, there it is. I see it. It's on my list. Alright, server's up. For good or for ill.
Me, quit, join.
Yeah, this is really running slow. I don't know what's going on with OBS.
I don't know which ship that is up with the last one.
I mean, that's really the strange part, is that there's no reason it should be eating up that much CPU. I think it should eat like, what, 30, something like that? Not this much. And it's a fresh reboot. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So I've had to do my name again.
Now, if you redid your name, you hit enter, right? Correct?
Possibly not. I just clicked away from it.
Okay, you got try hitting enter. I think that's when it updates it. Because I never saw your name change, so that's probably what it is. It never actually accepted the change. It thought you were still editing it. So that might be a thing that if it gets aborted, it should reset your view of it that you didn't actually make a change. Does that make sense?
To a point.
You mean change your name, or you got this?
How the fuck did it reset? I already...
Did we do it?
No.
Alright, too late.
I was doing it as you said too late.
Sorry. Okay, alpha, beta, gamma, epsilon, delta, zeta. Okay, we should be okay. Alright, ready for this?
Yep.
So Paul's coming with a cap ship, and Ogre's coming with a cap ship. Alright, this should be interesting.
Yay.
Okay, starting. And if you truly get obnoxious, if we get some players down, I can actually up it from 5 ships to like 20, or whatever number you want, and so you can really do like a full fleet battle going on. So if you want to get this truly strange furballness, oh yeah.
The game loaded successfully. I'm still in the nope. There we go.
All right then.
Nope, this is still not the ship I have chosen.
This is the ship that I built. I am firing.
Nope, this is not the ship that I built. It was last time, but it's definitely not this time.
What are you?
Oh shit! Damn it!
What do you? Did you delete the other ones?
No, I just picked the one that I had picked last time.
That's all right. Now I can get.
I had a ship called Trogor too. So.
Well, like you said, if you didn't go and delete the stuff, you're not going to see the new stuff.
I mean, because last time I actually did get the ship that I picked, so I did not previously have a problem.
Wow, all that. You have no idea how livid I am with the OBS eating all my CPU power. This should not lag out like this. And it wasn't lagging out for the last 2 hours, so why is it now?
Nope, I'm not able to rejoin actually. I accidentally hit a button, I guess the Q button, instead of the apostrophe and blew myself out.
Alright, you should be able to rejoin.
Yeah, I'm trying again.
Let's see my guys.
Let's try it again.
Alright, this is unplayable. I don't know what's going on with OBS. I mean, we can retry this with stock ships, you know what I mean, and see if that is any different. And if it's not any different, it's definitely OBS creating the problem. And I've heard in the past OBS has created problems. Do you mean to try to kill the stream and get it going again?
See if it is still OBS by just killing the stream, that way you know.
Alright.
We're also basically at 3 hours at this point.
Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna kill the stream and see if we can get some CPU back. And then I'll restart the stream.
Quit out.
Fair enough. Man, this is really, really god awful. Alright. Alright, stopping the stream. OBS is running. And I'm back down to 14 freaking frames a second. And with him coming in, it's going to be that much worse.
Crash the desktop immediately.
Probably because it's not.
I'm coming in.
Everyone just jumped.
Yep.
That's the problem that he's been referring to, Paul.
Yeah, the lag spikes.
Well, it's because it's sending a lot of data to give it a current update. This is kind of bad. Are people still coming in? Is that it?
So am I supposed to be back to the lobby screen?
No, it should pull you all the way into the game.
Because I'm back to the lobby screen.
It goes to the lobby screen first, then pulls you in.
Yeah,
Okay,
the problem is that because of lag spiking, it's not as instantaneous as you're expecting.
I just
Hey.
locked up.
I'm just making sure it was normal behavior so I can report it if it wasn't.
Hey, Art, you're in a
Alright.
cat ship?
No, I have shields though.
Okay, that's all. That's what I'm mistaking it for. That's it.
And now I'm back to the splash screen.
I froze for a second, but now I'm back in the. I'm still back in the dogfight.
Okay, I'm gonna try to join again.
Well, the good news is the OBS isn't as screwy, but with everybody joining at the same time, why don't people join one at a time rather than all everybody trying to join at once? It's obviously kicking people back out.
You're back in that?
Yes.
Alright, I'm connecting.
Alright. Now I'm getting 50 frames a second now, even with OBS up. So, whatever it was doing, I don't know what it was, but at least now I'm getting even 60 frames a second. So it's not... It was screwy before, but I mean, it seems to be stable now. I see, well, it doesn't say that anything. Ogre's going to be in there anyway. Adam, what did you bring in? Oh, for Christ's sake.
Anything.
Yeah, no, you didn't, because it's a blank thing. It's a shielded ship that can't be hit because it was one of the older designs. So I didn't want people to bring in the designs we did back in January.
Like, I'm not even in the current session, man.
I'm seeing your ship, man.
Yeah, you were, huh? You might not be connected, but you were connected. How about, should we all exit and come all the way back in? That we're all in the same spot.
Yeah, let's restart this.
All right,
Hey
let's
guys,
restart
I'm
this.
being called away to dinner.
All right.
Let's quit out.
Yeah, I quit out.
Well, good seeing the fleet commanding functions working.
Commandment.
Yeah, I couldn't words.
Yes. Now, is the live stream even running? Do
I
people?
turned off my live stream, so let's turn it back on.
I'm seeing a stream 2 hours ago. Let me reload that tab and see what's going on now. Yeah, it's still going. Well,
Does it show what we
Yeah.
were just doing?
I'm seeing someone in the, I guess the, what's that ship? That looking one.
Or do you see it going, Paul? Yes or no?
Yes, it's going.
Thank you.
Yeah, it sounds like it's live stream.
All right, that's good. Okay, server's back up, although it's being awfully slow.
So I'm gonna go eat dinner then.
Okay.
Nice playing again.
Yeah, no, hopefully we'll be more interesting in 2 weeks, and I'll have more stuff like fixed up and that kind of thing. Adam, my suggestion is go into the ship's directory and
User
delete
disconnected from your channel.
the files called MP that were from January of 28th of this year.
Okay, all the MPs are done.
No, just the ones from January 28th. You should have newer ones than that. There are 3 or 4 ships that were newer that have been more recently designed and therefore don't have the glitch. That's why one of the old ones gotten rid of. We have to come up with an answer of what do we do with old designs, because you're going to end up with everybody's designs at one point or another. I think we talked through on that, we just never implemented anything. Meaning that there should be a flag that, okay, another person can have your design, but only for that time period until it auto deletes itself, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So that people didn't end up with everybody's garbage designs littering their own stuff, or at least have something embedded in it saying that, okay, I actually built it versus somebody else actually building it. That kind of thing. Which has not been implemented yet. Again, we were doing larger brushstrokes rather than stuff like this, which is, while I'll admit is annoying, isn't insurmountable. Definitely gotta do something about it. So these are all newer designs then?
Alright, I just wiped the directory out again to make sure that so I should only have 2 new ships in my list. So let's see.
It won't update once you're in the game.
No, I went out of the game and came back in.
Okay.
So this should be my ship. We'll find out.
Alright. You're still in the same gamma, so you want a different...
Yeah, I'm looking...
I think beta works.
Okay.
So click through until you're... Yeah, then out and then in. Okay.
There. So let's see if this is the ship.
Alright, let's see if it works. I don't know whether or not the ready is working right, but we'll find out. Here we go. Alphabetic gamma delta. Okay. Should be interesting if... Alright, we're in. Or I'm in.
Alright, this is my ship.
Okay.
Yep, I picked the wrong trapdoor.
Well. Yes, you did. Matt.
I cannot do it.
I had a trapdoor, Adam had a trapdoor.
I understand that, but if you deleted the old ones, we wouldn't have the problem, because now you're an unkillable ship.
Created trapdoors today.
I understand that, so if you delete the ones from January 28th, you would actually only see the ones from today. The problem is that Matt took one that either he put shields on it and picked a design that doesn't actually have shields.
My trapdoor was good.
I understand that.
The trapdoor that Adam just designed today was bad. Now there are 2 trapdoors in the list. I deleted them last time they re-downloaded, I tried to reselect the original trogdor
Mm-hmm.
that I had created, which is one of the new hulls, and did not have shields. And I
So my new
Coming back
Trogdor,
in.
lost the
I
coin
dropped
toss.
out.
should
So
be good.
I'm coming back in.
Well, in this case, we're going to have to drop back out anyway because, unfortunately, I didn't realize the shields on the on this was actually backwards. Man, I should probably like go through all the different things that have shields on and make sure they're on straight because they're backwards.
I keep getting kicked out of the game.
Oh,
but
I see what
think
you
it's
mean,
my
Arthur. Yeah, that
fault.
one's the shields are backwards.
Yeah, son of a b. All right, so what's the answer going to be? We're going to just drop all the way out.
Well, I crashed out.
Yeah,
So.
I crashed out already.
Ernest, whatever you brought in doesn't. It says your reactor's turned off. How'd you
Right.
manage that one?
I have no idea. It doesn't move anywhere.
Of course, it doesn't move anywhere. You have no reactors.
So I thought I crashed, and the game I put out the game to come back in, and I still couldn't move. So whatever I did.
Okay, you. I'm trying to look through. All right, it won't actually show me. It won't actually show me what you actually have in it. Can you hit S and see what's in it?
Hold on, I need to come back in.
Oh god. All right.
Alright, so. How do I re-edit that ship?
Well, right this second you don't, but hit. Or you're in the game at this point.
Yes, I'm in the game.
Hit S, as in Sam.
Yep, and it
Click.
just crashes me out to the desktop.
Never mind. It's not worth it. All right, everybody exit. We'll come back in. We'll try this again.
Alright, so not using my new ship, that's for sure.
Evidently not.
I chose the thrusters. Maybe did I not put them on the ship or something?
You may not have selected. Did you select turning on reactors?
Yeah, all the little dots were lit.
Okay. Did you actually then click on? It should have auto-selected it, but there's obviously some bugs in there. I should make sure that you. It should actually automatically make sure. Did they get updated? Because it should make sure that always one is always selected. You can't unselect it unless you select somebody else. That's actually a feature in the system. Why is this like pausing out something first?
Now, for the multiplayer
Mm-hmm.
.shp names, mine will be 001 or 000.
It depends what your player ID was at the time.
Oh well.
When did you create it, Matt? When we first did them all?
I deleted them once today, and
I
then
know,
they
but
all re-downloaded.
if you look at the timestamp, the date modified, to re-download it once will have 638 on it.
They were all re-downloaded.
But no, your ship should be. Mine isn't. On my list.
No, because I deleted that one to begin with as well.
Oh,
So now when they re-download all of them, so they all have the same timestamp.
Well, they only read down the ones that people pick, not all of them.
Oh, fair enough. Well,
So we're back up.
It is.
So, not use that ship
Now there are 3 Trogdors. Okay.
Oh boy.
Yeah, it's duplicating what was already downloaded, Arthur.
Only if someone else. No, it wouldn't actually. It
Because
just means
now I have 2 czars instead of 1 czar.
that was somebody else's. It doesn't. It doesn't rename it. Maybe it does. I don't know.
Anyway, I will select
All right.
Arthur ship.
Extreme prejudice. Well, it's,
Yep.
I don't know how
Let's
good or
say
bad it
first.
is. Huh?
yeah, that's the one I went with too. It turns out that was the top one on the list, so that's the only one I didn't delete. So.
All right. Delta's available, so there you go.
Maybe being able to name our ships will make this a lot easier.
You can. You just no one bothered to. That got fixed last time, Adam. So don't poke at me about that one. It is actually fixed. You can actually go in there and change it.
Yeah, I went in and changed the name, but after I didn't resave the files. So
Yeah. All right. Everybody ready?
I am.
I'm always ready.
All right then. Well, it's sending, and we're here. It's not the greatest thing in the world, but there we go.
Oh, I can
Ogre,
move
of course, is
again.
on the cap ship.
Adam's ship is invisible again.
What did you pick, Adam?
I picked one of the 3 Trogdors. I thought that was the one that I'd made.
We've been through this. Can you look at the date timestamps on the different MPs, and that way you can actually...
I'm just gonna delete them all and remake a new ship next time, entirely new, and name it something so I can tell what the fuck it is.
Fair enough. So we're all exiting since Adam doesn't actually have a viable ship?
Just play it through. I'll join in next game.
Alright. Well, technically, while you're waiting, you can always go in there, host your own, and actually come up with a full ship and take your time to do it.
Yes.
Although the auto builder also works, but whatever. Oh wow! These things are strangely small. I guess I never did fix the whole scaling issue. Unless... Maybe I'm just that big, considering... How big did you make some of these weapons, Adam? Because my size must be huge if I'm, like, bigger than the cap ship. I mean, my shielded ships are.
They should be appropriate for basically, basically scale for everything else. Because they're basically you can put as much or as little as you want. Basically, like shields, armor, and so you can scale them down. That can't give you a better answer. Compared to everything else, the shields can be, the weapons can be huge or they can be fucking tiny, depending on how much shield, armor, and everything else you put in there versus how many weapons. So.
Yeah. I'm trying to get through an ogre cap ship, and he's just sitting there because ogre never ordered them. There he is. All right, did someone crash out? Oh, there we go. That's a save game, I think.
No, it was a game state.
So everybody's still in, everybody's playing, yes?
Yep.
Alright.
At least I'm still here. I was nose to nose with Matt, that's about it.
Fair enough. Let's see, where's Matt? Probably should put better reactors on this fighter, so I have to keep like releasing the trigger so that my weapons will build back up again. I will say this, like the shielding actually does do a thing. It's much harder just to upbeat somebody.
Yeah, it is.
Well, I mean, that's kind of what they're there for. Although right now I do have them hyper-extended, meaning they really are set to be ridiculously powerful. I really should put it back down to normal numbers so that it doesn't have multiple as it does. Oh, something got my ship. Well, just change the definitions. That's all I have to do. I think that's all my guys. Nope, I still have 2 guys on the fly. Let's jump to him.
Friendly fire can suck sometimes.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. So Ernest is where? Oh, he's... Maybe she the multiplier on the shielding back to 1 or 1 so that Adam's testing is a little more valid. But I didn't realize the shields on these triangle fighters were reversed. Like, oopsie. I'm glad OBS is not being the uber hog as it was. I mean, this is more reasonable. I'm getting a good, like, 30 plus frames a second. I mean, obviously, depends on 160, but it's OBS, I mean, I get it. You know?
I use all the build to basically assign all my speed, my power, and everything else to armor down. Then when I go through and start just changing stuff, the armor down goes back to
Okay, well, if that is the case, then that's fun. I have to spend time in the... It's like everything else, there's always so much more to do. I haven't done the creature comfort stuff in a while. It was always about getting the single player up. Well, the single player's up. So... I guess the answer really is to take some of the bugs that people are reporting, like what's in the ship builder, and making it not quite as nasty and get it running the way it should. And go like that, and it shouldn't. Trying to kill Ernest, but I'm not doing very well. One of my weapons is already gone, and there goes one of the rest of the weapons.
Oh, I changed ships once you started targeting me.
That explains a lot. Yeah, definitely your ship has seen better days, but I have like one weapon left.
it's on hard points again because this is just frustrating.
You hit the button in the upper right and the button towards the right of the omniball. Both are active. One's supposed to show where things are being fired from. One on some allows you to assign it. And then you'll be able to click on the weapon in question, and then you can put it wherever you want to fire from the ship. It will highlight it out. It's not hidden.
Flag on it, and they're both, I guess, a color, which I can't tell what that is. But they're highlighted, right?
I can't help I know you're colorblind, and I know that that's one of your complaints, but I can't help that right now.
Like, I guess the question is basically like on this screen right here. Really, there's only two things you can ever possibly do. You can either pick a silhouette, or you can assign hard points. So why do you need to click buttons just to basically assign hard points? Why can't you just, without touching anything else, just click on the weapon list, click on the ship, and weapons on there. Done. No extra things to toggle on and
Because they do actually serve a purpose. One's to show whether or not you want to have the actual weapon shown, or the other one is, do you want to actually assign the weapon? So you don't, when you click on it, you're not accidentally assigning things you don't want to assign. That's why it's done.
So I'm basically out of the fight.
Are you?
If you look at the chat, you understand why.
Well, alright. I'm not in the game. Or I am in the game.
No. Like on your phone or something even.
Yeah, well, I'm going to have to do that now. Oh. Yeah, you hit H or something, didn't you?
I don't know. I hit something and yeah.
Yeah. Try exiting the game and coming back in, or did you try that already?
Well, I can tell you what, Ogre's ships are still commanding, or doing what he told them to do last.
Yeah. I have no doubt.
They're getting sprayed by green laser beams.
Like I said, exit out, come back in. If you're still down on the planet, we'll come back in, because I think Adam wants to come back in anyway.
I want to maybe come back in for this, but then that's probably about it.
Yeah, no, it's been hours, and I realized that.
Yeah, I think after I'm done here, after this game, I have to get some stuff done.
No, it's fine. Do we just want to kill it? Just say fuck it and be done with it?
Let's find out what happens when I come back in.
Alright.
Just to find, because you weren't sure, so.
Yeah. I need to turn all that stuff off for all the commands like that because they're no longer needed. Because you can go in this, you can go to the sandbox and it gives you a list of all the scenarios. You no longer have to have a bypass button to get you into those scenarios. Someone just respawned.
I did.
Okay.
Yeah, Oker's last command was to destroy my last ship.
Sure enough.
So apparently they succeeded.
Yes, they did.
They did. They did. I know. It's
There
not
was
bad
no
thing.
escaping it. It was just all over the place. Like a bad disco.
Gods.
I don't know. From my point of view, it's good this guy.
I guess you're joining?
Yeah, just to find out if
Okay.
it actually.
I was just wondering what the lag spike was, that's all.
Oh, okay. My ship is fucked, but.
Well, that's a different issue.
Oh yes, I'm up.
My father's calling me, then I can ignore him. And so... frickin' frackin'. That you're gonna have to deal with it. I know he's gonna complain, well you said not past 6 o'clock, it's past 6 o'clock, so why did you pick up? Yeah, I'll wait for that one. Alright. So, Ogre, are you actually in the game normally now, or no?
Yeah, I seem to be.
Okay, so you're okay then.
I just heard somebody fire. Yeah.
Alright. No, I didn't die.
You respawned?
Possibly.
Matt's drifting off into space on his one of his ships.
Well, that will happen. That's over. Have a chance, is it? Oh, that's a good question.
I am way the fuck out here from everybody.
Hold on. Hello, Dad. I'm live streaming to the world. I will call you back. Okay, thank you.
What's the over under with the whole factor there?
I don't know. Alright, well, that ship's dead now. Alright, should we exit out so Adam can come in with this new design? Is everybody okay with that?
It, but,
Huh?
yeah, maybe test it, but that's about it.
Alright, so I'm quitting the server out. And so that I can come in, and...
Okay, I should probably get going. I'm getting pretty hungry. I gotta do
That's
dinner.
kind of. That's kind of.
Alright, well... That's why I didn't quite quit out, but we've been here for hours. We need to come up with a list of what we really learned today that needs to be addressed before the next time, etc. I won't try so hard to add new features, but to fix old ones.
I took a bunch of notes.
Okay,
We can
good.
compare notes tomorrow.
What? A developer that fixes broken things first before new stuff? No, say it ain't so.
Uh-huh.
That doesn't make any sense.
So yeah.
Alright, the, server's up, if that helps you any.
Alright.
Okay, I will see people tonight.
See you later.
See you later.
Adam, you want to come in to test your ship?
User disconnected from your channel.
I'm loading up right now.
There's definitely some significant bugs in the shipbuilder itself. I want to make it a lot more user-friendly. That's always been kind of a problem with something that complicated. I still just wanted that spreadsheet version like you saw in Master of Orion, where you just okay, I just want three or four whatevers and just build me the rest of it. You know what I mean? So you can change your name, because that's definitely not something that I had in the listing.
Yeah, well, once you said that, then basically I figured out how to do it.
Yeah.
I just didn't realize you had fixed that.
Yeah, no, I do actually listen sometimes.
I mean, mean, so I realize you've got like a huge list of like bugs and other suggestions for me, so I never quite know when you actually implement any of them, because some of them aren't completely obvious unless I basically like specifically like go looking to see if they actually work or not.
Well, I do actually go out of my way and actually, if I know that they're in the list, I actually update it in the list and move it over as developed. And then hopefully you actually look at them and go, okay, I'm now testing them, and then say they're tested.
Yeah, I get a message when you do
I usually just
whatever
look
I've
for my
done.
own.
Was that Adam? I'm sorry.
Yeah, I usually just look for mine to see if anything that I need to do in response.
Yeah. Have to reset it back. Okay. Relayers, you can come to all the cannon ship. That should be interesting.
Yeah, well, your extreme prejudice wasn't in there this time. It's not in the list.
It should be in the list. Scroll it.
I did.
You have to have it. I know it's there.
I got 4 ships underneath the cap ship: Tsar, Trogdor, and then custom.
Huh. That's very strange. You didn't delete anything, so I don't. All right, whatever.
I won't have Adams until we join anyway. So
Yep. All right. So we're entering, right?
Yep.
Okay. And it crashed on me. Break. Okay. Crit ship AI. What was it doing? SS is null. Load player ship. MP001 726. Is that yours, Adam?
I know what I've named it. I don't know what its number is.
Right. All right, everybody exit out, because that's not how that one should work.
That was cap 2. Does that help?
Excuse me?
Like under the player name, it says I was cap 2.
Cap 2. Doesn't make any sense. No, those are just other debug stuff. That's meant to be like how many cap ships, how many fighters, how many freighters, etc. But no one actually cares about that. I normally use that right now to see what your player ID is. Alright, the host is back up. What probably happened is the ready wasn't turned on, so...
Give me a second. I gotta come back in. It didn't.
Okay. Alpha, rank, doink. I mean, there were other little, like, things like earlier today, literally right before we came online today, I made it so you couldn't possess somebody else's ship. You know, stuff like that. Although if you're in the same corporation, you can do it. Now, Adam, if you want... See, you already have the ready already turned on, so make sure to turn it off and turn it back on.
For me, it doesn't look like it's turned on, though.
Okay. Well, yeah. Select your rank.
Alright, so for me, I have the Oxybelos, Team Delta, rank Warmaster. It says I'm not ready. Do you see the same thing?
Yes. Turn it on. Ernest, if you would turn yours on once you're ready.
Yep, I just realized I did select my ship, which is why I couldn't click on it.
Alright, and then let's go. And it blows up again, so it's got to be the new design. I'd have to look at inside your design and see what is causing the problem.
I used one of the old models, but I didn't use a shield on it, so it should be fine, correct?
Maybe. Because it's trying to load the ship and it's blowing up. So, okay, we're just kind of done for the night then. Because it's not mine, it's not the autocannon ship, it's got to be your ship, Adam. I'd have to load it into the ship builder and see what's missing. Because basically it tried to load it, failed to load, and... I mean, I have the name, it's MP001, and then Blarg, that's actually a date timestamp, believe it or not. And because that failed to load for whatever reason, alright, let me do this again, set next statement, since that's part of the point here, is go in and see what is causing the problem here.
Alright, well, I need to step away, so I'll see you guys later tonight.
I will see you later.
User disconnected from your channel.
Alright. so it's saying it can't do that one. So I go inside, and it literally can't find the file. That's interesting. So it didn't send it up. So go in, open the file name, -1. That means you can't find the file. Literally, the file didn't get here.
Weird.
Since you're out of the game anyway, because you go in the ship's directory and look for MP001 and then 00068. I'll just exit myself and look. Screw it.
I have MP001, 3 of them, and then I have an MP005.
I see it. I see the 06, but they're all 068. I don't know which one it is, but that's only one of them is that one. And that's from 03. 603. So maybe it's my ship it can't find, which doesn't make any sense. Hold on, let me refresh.
I assume yours is the MP005.
I don't know. These are all done today. I have 5 ships in here. Alright, if you don't want to work this out, we don't have to live stream this, but yeah, I think this is already up to silly amounts anyway. I don't know who was really running. We're at 3 hours something anyway. Alright, well, Adam, stay on the line. We'll try to figure out this one, but I guess thank you all for watching. Such as live streaming. Okay. I will hopefully see everybody next time on the next live stream. Bye.
Do my stuff so I can be on later.
Alright, not a problem, sir.
Talk to you a bit.